Or hold on, I've sorry, I never. Hi. All right, I'm back. To do this again. I do have chat open. That's fine. Make sure my audio is doing the right thing. Yes, it is. I changed my settings for something I was doing earlier, and I meant to make sure it was fine and that you couldn't hear what was coming from. I wanted to make sure you couldn't hear what was playing to me. You can't, which is good. Unless there's a hidden audio somewhere that I can't see on the mixer. But as far as I'm aware, that's not true. And today I'm just continuing with this. I'll throw that over there. Actually, I probably wanted that lid. Never mind. But okay, so this is the little green bit here I cut off by accident. I misread a number and cut that off, so I blue tacked it to the side of the box so I didn't lose it. So yesterday, that color is not right. That's better with the light. I don't know how much having the light on changes. Last stream, I completed an arm, well, two arms and this much of the torso. So, with some luck, today I can get close to or finish the whole thing. With some luck. That's not right. On this back bit where I had to force it yesterday, you can kind of see a little bit. It's coming apart, and there's a bit of stress in there that doesn't look right. Hold on, I'll bring that. I got a different pop filter on my microphone today. I put the old one back on to see if it changes out. See, I mean, I've had that other one on for a long time. But yeah, there's a little bit. See if it yeah, you can kind of see there's like a light little streak in the middle of it where I think there's a little bit of stress on the plastic. There, be right. It be right. All right. I'm hoping that today. Oops. I'm hoping that today I can. Like, originally, I kind of assumed that this would take me. I'll take that off so I don't lose it. Originally, I assumed that this was going to take 3 days, and I'm not completely discounting that it would take 3 days, but it might not be taking as long as I might be able to get it done in. Oops. I might be able to get it done in 2, although there are a lot of things still left on these runners, so I'm not entirely certain. But we'll see. You know, stranger things have happened in the world. Stranger things have definitely happened. Alright, let's try and figure out where I am and what I'm doing. Because, well, actually, I forgot to get ready today, I'll be honest. Even though I give myself, when I've got to put a camera pointing at the desk, it's fine. When I've got to have the camera pointing at my desk, I give myself extra time to set up. And even doing that still wasn't enough for me to actually get ready. I haven't got anywhere to put anything. Out of my head, of my heart, of my mind. It'd be a read. Got my knife there. Got the instructions here. Got Pepsi. I can put that over there. My water bottle can go on the floor, so it's out of the way. That can stay there. This can go over there. I forgot I had that. I don't have to worry about what that is. It's a donut. That's fine. There's so much stuff everywhere. Why do I have so much stuff? Yeah, Beery. Hi, Vispheric. Howdy. Welcome to my tavern. To your left is a spit bucket, and to your right is another spit bucket. That's all that's in my tavern. There is a lot of stuff. There's just stuff everywhere. I've got too much. Where's the shit bucket and the piss bucket? This is the West. You just do that in the street. No one's gonna try and stop you. What numbers are these? Is this C and C? Yes, this is C1 and 2, so that's fine. That can sit there. That's B, and then we've got both. Wait, no. And here is both of the D ones. Good. You can just spray feces into the street in the American West. It's great. I wish that I lived in the American West for that reason only. Hi, Salty. God forbid you spit in the street. Yes. Don't you dare spit in the street, or else it's all over. It's not gonna look well for you. Hey, Salty, do you know what I got today? Oh, the camera's lagging, but I got this. I'll sort the camera out in a second. But I got the RX the version 3 one. I don't know why I'm doing it on this camera and not this one where you could see it better. But I got this today. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to arrive until tomorrow, but it arrived today. I'm not necessarily going to build that one on stream. I might just build that one myself just so I don't. Oh, my cables are getting caught on things. I think I might build that one. I think I might build that one off stream just because I want to. I want to remember. I want to at least keep some of it to myself. That doesn't come with a. It doesn't come with an LED for that one, so I don't. Well, no, I've checked the box. It don't come with an LED. But I'd have to look if I want to get if I care enough to get an LED for it. But we'll see. Or at least I'll see for that one. But that was my late night purchase. Actually, it wasn't that late, but that was my late night purchase for me to be like, I'm fucking. I convinced myself to buy that. I have heard that the LEDs on the official ones are not very good. The plastic bags from this are all over the floor. I had to cram them into my little hole before going to bed last night. Ugh. But yeah, this how big's the torso compared to the other one, the HG? It's pretty big. It's significantly bigger, actually. You don't need to know which little hole, but it's now full of plastic. Da, 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 da. I have seen a couple reviews of. I have seen a couple reviews of that one specifically. I bought it after watching a review. What have you sent me? Oh, it's him. You sent me that guy before, and I've kind of been wondering who he was. I haven't been looking for him actively, but I've been wondering who it was you sent me a link to ages ago. Sorry, at this point you haven't sent me any pornography. I will say that just in case anyone watches and thinks that my viewers are sending me pornography. This is. I had to kind of cram this together, and it's got like gaps there, and the back of it isn't together properly. And I don't know if that's because I've done something wrong, or if that's just the way that this one goes together. But I'm hoping that it's once everything's together, it's A, not noticeable, and B, not a problem. Step it up. No, don't step it up. What? You know my the first Gundam stream that I did, where I put together the HG aerial, the first stream of that, or maybe it's the second stream, so the first or second stream of that, the VOD on YouTube got more views than the video I made specifically of it. Not that it didn't get any more or less engagement, but it was still like the people clicked on the video, the VOD more than the video. All right, so where's my instruction booklet? Here it is. One slight problem, I've noticed with that RX-78 Gundam is that it's not translated in any way. Like, everything's in Japanese, which isn't usually a problem because it is pretty self-explanatory, so I should be fine. Because for the most part, it is just like it's mostly just things saying like tightly fit the parts and things like that, which I can probably figure out. But it's like I'll figure it out. You didn't tell me that you got 5,000 views. Congratulations! Is that on the Weasel video? Da 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 da. Which? All right, sorry. Which step was I on? I need to start making a dint. Why does it look like a French Gundam? It is. It's the French Gundam. Oh, have you seen that there's a 7-Eleven version of the Barbatos? It's like a Japanese exclusive 7-Eleven variant of the Barbatos. It's HG, so it's nothing special, but it's 7-Eleven branded. It's like colored in like diarrhea brown and has 7-Eleven branding on it. Da da da. So where was I? Where was I? I was on this. I was making the backpack. The backpack was the next step for me to make. Move everything to one side. I've got a tripod on my desk, and so that's like half the room is taken up by that. There we go. You don't need to see the rest. You don't need to see most of it. That'll do. It's close and it's good enough. Imagine making Gundam Thailand RX-78, but the colour looks more like the French flag. Hey, you can't help it that the Thai flag has similar colours to the French flag. To be fair, if you removed some of it, it could also just be like the British one as well. If you removed like the Thailand specific things. Why am I talking about a 7-Eleven albatross? It's a 7-Eleven branded bird that they've been breeding. It's got it's green and white. Well, it already is white. But it's got a 7 branded onto the back of it. It's a Gundam Vispheric. There's a Gundam called the Barbatos. And there's a 7-Eleven promotional version that's in Japan only. And I was like, that looks fun. I might get that. But then it was like 60 quid. And I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to spend 60 quid on a 7-Eleven branded Gundam. That's actually only HG. Da, 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 da. I'd love a albatross. They're massive. Those birds are. I think they're huge. They're like, because they're seabirds, and so they have to have like big wingspans so they can fly real far. Sorry, this plastic is annoying me. They're like they've got like 6-meter wide wings. They can like pick up like. They're known for like picking up orphans and things and just taking them out to sea. Da, 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 da. At least that's what I've heard. Ugh. I looked at getting like a desk arm that I could attach the camera to, so I didn't have to have a tripod here. But the problem with doing that is that it's much more unstable when it's just a single arm. And also, I tried to attach it to my old mic arm because the ones that I was looking at, the old mic arm that I had is basically the same thing that you can buy off Amazon to attach a camera to, but I don't have the right connection for it, and I couldn't be bothered to go like buy one. I say couldn't be bothered. I was already on Amazon, but I didn't know what I was looking for, and I was like, I'll just use a tripod. There's no reason to spend more money than you have to. You missed the kawaii? What the heck is that? Or is the O at the end of it not an emoji and is also part of it? Alright, D19. Get out the 19Ds. D19. I've already... No, wait, I haven't... Ah! Sorry, you frightened me. Is that, was that convincing? Did I convince you that I'm frightened? You think I dropped something? Hold on, let me just get it. Thank you. I did drop. I'll make sure to hold it tightly next time. I'll hold on to my metal pipe much tighter next time so I don't drop it and make a loud noise and wake up half of the neighborhood. What is it? It's my metal pole. What do you mean? What is it? What kind of question is that? Isn't it obvious? This is my metal bar. So I can drop it and make a loud noise. And so I can beat people to death with it. And so I can stand like a Yakuza character. I want to be able to stand like a JoJo or Yakuza character and have it like on my shoulder. I actually was swinging this around my room one time and caught it on the ceiling. And now there's a black mark on the ceiling where some of this, like the plastic on the end. You can kind of see that it's... Come on, focus on that. You can kind of see that there's like some scratches on the end. And that's where I caught it on the ceiling. I'm a big child. You know how like... You know how there's the innate male masculine urge to swing around a large stick. There's something about a metal pole that's like perfectly formed like this that just makes the perfect thing to swing around and pretend is a staff, like a weapon to whack people with. If you want to know the actual reason why I have this, it's actually the one of the bars off of a hammock that my dad used to have in the garden. So like. The hammock would this was like at one end. Sorry, my chair's a bit weird. This was at like one end, and like they would hook in. The hammock would hook onto there, and then you'd have another one on the other side, which also had the hooks on. And then in between it would be the bit you lay on. And I was going to use this because up top, up there, above out off the frame of the camera, I wanted to try and make it so that I could attach my green screen. I wanted to extend the shelf out into this gap here, using this pole, so I could hang my green screen off of it, to have it cover all the way along here. Turns out I have no way of making that happen, and I was being too ambitious, and so all I did was just blue tack a clip to the wall. But that's yes, and I just never took it up. I just never took it back outside. My ideas never really work out the way I remember. I did once have like the idea to have like a wooden corner piece. You think I dropped? Oh, hold on. Sorry. Oh. So thanks. I'll just hold on to this tightly. I need to get a collection of different ones just to pull out. Oh, no, sorry. I'm just gonna have this on my knee now for the rest of the stream. It's not gonna make any sense when someone says it. So I get my bar real low. It's always fun having a random assortment of things in your room. Having like... It just adds to the fun of it, you know what I mean? Because you could just say something and turn around and be like, oh, this, and you've just got something random. I don't even use this pole for anything. I did this when I bought that green screen. So I've had this pole in my room for like months at this point. I took a little bit of extra material off of that by accident. I'm a little hoarder. I keep things in my room for far too long. I want a room just for like... I want like a room, like a collection room. When I see, like... when I see people who have rooms of like nerdy things, it's a very subjective thing about whether or not I think it's cool or not. So like I saw some guy who had like a collection of like random Pokemon stuff, and I was like, that's pretty cool because I like Pokemon stuff. But like if it was like a room of Funko Pops, I'd be like, that's stupid and you're an idiot. But like I'd love a like a full on like room of just of like collecting things. Because I've established and I've come to the conclusion that I'm never gonna have to meet someone of the opposite sex, and so I might as well just embrace that and do what I want. You know what I mean? Da, 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 da. You gotta go the opposite. Some people go really doomery on that idea. I don't. I go bloomery. You ever listen to bloomer music? It's like the opposite of doomer music. If you think of anything and add music to the end of it, you're gonna get something. E7, A28, okay. A28 is this one over here. Bloomer music is like just like feel good music. Obviously, doomer music would be music that makes you sad, or is just sad music. You get a lot of it from Eastern Europe. Bloomer music is the opposite. It's like from that period of time where you get like the Beach Boys and things in bloomer music. It's quite fun music, really. South America's pretty good at making bloomer music. They have a very they're pretty good at making both, really, but for the most part, they're pretty good at making bloomer music. I don't know who came up with these terms or who thought about doing it, but someone did. E7, which is that's B, so I need E, which is over here. Yeah, some people make weird things. What's this? Oh. 20, no, just 7, just E7. Could I start again? Oh, excuse me. So my chest starts best right up ahead. I might become a musician and just make like just horrible music. Just then again, like I don't have to be a musician to make horrible music. I can just make horrible music. If you go on like the definition of like musicians and artists as someone who makes art and or musician, then anyone can be that. So I think I might just start doing that. Get myself like a pirated copy of Fruity Loops. And just start like, so to be fair, don't even have to get myself a pirated copy of Fruity Loops. I got a copy of Audacity, a microphone and a keyboard. Ain't gonna sound good, but that's my point. That's my goal, sorry. I think I'd make some amazing music. I'll upload it onto my secret channel. Still haven't uploaded anything to my secret channel. What I want to do is I want to have 2 channels. I want to have 2 channels that are going like simultaneously. Both of which know about each other. So like both channels are secret to each other. But neither of them know, no one from either channel knows about either channel. Like they don't know the name of it. I want that. That's what that's what I plan on doing one day. The content would be completely different, but I just think that'd be funny. Just being a little bit of not doing it out of any vitriol or anything, or any kind of like gatekeeping. I just think it'd be funny to be like to occasionally mention like my gaming channel or streaming channel on my on like my, I don't know, my fucking commentary channel or whatever it is I do with it. But without actually ever mentioning the name. Am I doing this right? Yes, so that goes into there like that. Good. Is hooking up and getting wasted. I've never, other than like 1 or 2 occasions, I've not actually ever come up with anything to put onto a second channel. Because it requires effort. F F38. F38. Okay. Actually, it's not true. I have come up with things to put on a second channel. I'm just the things that I want to make for on that kind of thing are things that I'm just not. I'm just not smart enough to make. Like I wanted to make some, like, just some video about like why we used to watch anime when I was younger, like why I got into it originally, just to share my experience, so to speak. And like I spent ages kind of like thinking about it, and then eventually I started to write down my thoughts on it. But the more that I wrote it down, the more I realized that I am absolutely awful at writing. I know, like, you've got to do it to get better, but sometimes you just look at what you're doing and you're like, what is the point of this? This is nothing. I did that this morning, actually, but there wasn't for anything for a second channel. It was the Air Up rant from yesterday. I was looking to see if there was any way of me using that for just in general. The more I looked at it, the more I'm like, I could cut this down into something, but then the more I thought about it, the more I kind of went, it doesn't feel like anything. And so I kind of just changed my mind. And then I was like, well, maybe I could just create like a whole video about it. Just me ranting about how the Air Up is shit. But then the more I looked into Air Up, or at least the more I looked at their website again, I just started to feel like it was just me being mean to them. You know what I mean? And I don't like the idea of just creating a channel where the whole thing that I do is just be mean to people. And so I was like, well, then you'd have to start making the video, starting the video being like, all right, I don't mean anything towards the people. And then you've got to re-script it to make sure that you're not mean to anyone. And then you end up in a situation where you're making content that is, you're not being who you want to be. And so it's like, well, it's just a waste of my time, isn't it? So it's an interesting exercise though to try and come up with things like that. I don't do it too often because I don't usually have things to rant and scream about. How fucking. That scares me. Right, break it. Clipping the clear parts always scares me. I know the autofocus isn't great, but I'm not having the what's it called on can sometimes annoy me. Having it as a set focus level. This goes which way? This way. Okay. This shiny red plastic. It's not shiny red. It's not plastic. Sorry, it's painted. But it makes it really slippery. There's like no fucking grip to it. That goes like this. This goes in here. I think. I hope. Feels right. Yeah, that goes in there. Beautiful. And then this goes on top like this. Yeah. There. That looks nice. And then we got to get A12, which I'm assuming is this piece here. It is. Nice to keep. I worked at a wolf with a dirty sheep. It's wrong, but I want you to die it. Fear and delight. All the way through the night. There we go. This might be a bit too much plastic for me to use for the knife. I felt like I had something to say because what did I do last night? Oh yeah, absolutely nothing. Actually, no, I didn't. What I did do? Me and my friend were doing we did our usual Team Fortress 2 playing, and we were playing. I can't remember what map it's called because I've already learned most of the maps, or at least what the names are. You'd think I would. I'm approaching 2,000 hours and I don't know the name of like any maps, but there's a one of the maps, we got right to the end, and it was one of those moments where the team had basically given up winning, because we started off like rolling, and then eventually we just got into a choke point that we just couldn't get out of, and the enemy was just holding us there, not letting us pass. But right at the end, sorry, which eventually led to people being having the enemy just hold you there for ages, just eventually wears down your morale, and the team just eventually gives up. It was none of those, I can tell you that. It was one of the CP maps. Out of context, that sounds bad. It's one of the capture point maps. It was one of the first capture points on a bridge. It's on a bridge that goes over like a small ravine. I like the auto mod doesn't pick that up. Auto mod picks up all manner of things, but not that. It's got a Halloween version of it, but I genuinely cannot remember the name of it, or what even the name could be close to. It's got, so if you're coming out of the spawn, if you're coming out of the spawn from the attacker's side, yeah, you have to your left and right, there's like shipping containers, and then like you go through a little not underground, but like a covered area that has some stairs that go like up, and then it goes out onto I think it might be 5 gorge. That's probably it. It's got, then the first capture point's a bridge, and then it goes, the second capture point's inside. You'll send me some Pat Labor shit. All right. I still haven't watched Pat Labor. But it was on that, and we got the first capture point, and we didn't get the second one, and the team eventually gave up. But like right at the very end, we had the patented pub push. You know, every team has to go through it. It always happens somehow. You have the patented pub push, and like my friend and the medic, they managed to push onto the point and almost hold it. But you know, the team was just dancing in the corridor, and it wasn't a case of like the enemy team had started dancing in the corridor. There was like one enemy player dancing in the corridor with them. Everyone else had just started dancing, and it's like if they had just got up and ran in, we would have won. Because there's no sentries up a road. We'd finally like pushed through. Let me have a look. Can't get one in Thailand. Can I get one for you? What is this? Why do you think I can't get one? Why do you think I could get one? Oh my god, that's so insane. Oh my god, that's such a shame. Yes, damn, my shit don't feel so bad. I don't know how you'd expect me to get one of these. It's going to cost 41 quid. It's going to cost like 35 quid, and then I'm going to have to spend like another like 35 getting it into the UK. Looks cool though. There's a whole world of robot models out there that I just didn't know about until I started to get into Gundam. This then sits like there. It goes into here. Yeah, like that. Okay. All it takes is one dancer to hold off a whole enemy team. Exactly. It's got it, but so look at like the intricate detail on there. There's no need for all that because that's going to be up against the back, but it's still there. Like it's going to go up again. It's going to, yeah, it goes on there. It goes on there. So it's like you're not going to see any of that, but they've put it there. Alright, it's sold out. That's unfortunate. Take a plane and pick it up yourself. It probably would. It'd be cheaper in some situations. Like these models, the things like this are so much cheaper to buy in Japan. Because everything that you get, like these were all made for the Japanese market. Not so much now. They know that they're going to get shipped overseas, which is why this has English lettering in it. But like the one that I showed Salty earlier, the RX-78, that's all in Japanese. Like that was not meant to leave Japan. There's not there's nothing other than promotional English on it. Like, you know, English to make it look like cool. Going up, it made me numb, and I wanna feel something again. But yeah, what number's that? B18, which is this one here. I've got a whole world of Gundam to put to build. I'm definitely I can definitely see myself convincing myself to buy that perfect grade unleashed RX-78. I ain't even got any interest in the original Gundam series. I don't even like the original Gundam. I don't even like the design of the RX-78. I wanna feel something again. But I like the more realistic RX-78. You know what I mean? Unit 1 sold out, but Unit 2 is still in stock. Is that for the thing you just sent me? Wait, hold on. Did you send me something else? No, you didn't. What I do want is I can't. It's the Caliban. The Caliban, which is like the other version of this. I assume you might know what it is, Salty, already. But the other version of this, the Caliban. I want to get that, but I don't want to get the HG one. I'm hoping that they're going to bring out another one. That they're going to bring out like a higher grade version of that. Because as cool as the Caliban HD looks, I've got an addiction to the higher grade stuff now. I watched someone put it together, and it seems like it's a decent kit, but I've experienced the majesty that is, you know, MG. Well, this is full mechanics, but you know what I mean. I've experienced the majesty that is that, and I don't know if I can go back to HG anymore. I'll check out what you sent me in a sec. Just cleaning this up a little bit. How's it go again? Me sober up, growing up. What direct? Does it matter? Are these symmetrical? Yeah, they are. Go. That goes in there. Then that goes in there. And there's the two swords, which means that I can then stick this on there. Wait, is that right? Yeah. It's a little bit loose, but yeah, no, that's all right. There we go. Now the backpack's done. Look at that. That's beautiful, that is. Gorgeous. All right, what's this that you sent? I can't remember what it was that I didn't like about the Caliban, like the HG kit, but there's something about it that I wasn't too into. I assume that these kits. Oh wait, they've got pictures of the contents. Oh, that's cool. It's cool that they've got pictures of the contents. I've never heard of this website. Is a website that only you send me to. But I feel like it's not too common. I've never seen that happen before, where they just have a picture of what's inside the box. That's nice. It's useful. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. Got the arms. There we got the arms, the torso, and that. I can put this to one side. Now we can work on the head. I kind of feel sorry for the people that buy these kits thinking that they're bigger. I remember seeing I was looking at buying the aerial kit, the HG. Someone on what's it called? someone on Amazon was like, oh, it's a really good kit, but a lot smaller than I anticipated. And I kind of felt sorry for them because they just bought it thinking that it was going to be like this huge kit when they're not actually that big. And it was bigger than I expected it to be. Like, I was expecting like someone said that it barely fit in the palm of their hand, and I was like, what? How big are your hands? What Goliath-esque gorilla hands do you have where it's barely fitting in the palm of your hand? Where can you share your amazing Gundam collection? I mean, if you want to show it off, you can put it in the, you can join the Discord. You don't have to stay in it, but you can join it to show it off. There's a photos thing. Channel. There we go. I got there eventually. My Gundam collection is very much small. I have a very small Gundam collection, I do. Of just a handful on my shelf, and then what I've been putting together on stream recently. Which is basically only the like Aerial Gundam. Or Gundam Aerial. I always say the name of it first and then say Gundam. Right, where was I looking? Oh, that's my picture of my own Gundam. Yeah, if you wanna show anything off, welcome, by the way. In the photos channel. It's not like you're gonna get in trouble if you put it in the wrong channel. But you know, what step am I on? Oh yeah, starting the head. I can keep you in my pocket. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Okay, so this here is A25, I think. I cut this out by accident yesterday. There we go. Let me have a look at all these then. Let me judge them with my fine discerning eye. It's not, this is my fine discerning eye isn't that impressive. Is that... Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Are these all Iron-Blooded Orphans ones? Not all of them, actually, now that I notice. I got a couple of those. Wait, which one have I got? They're very nice, by the way. I didn't mean to not say that. I don't know what it's called, the red one. Although mine's kind of a bit sucky because I'm not very good at I wasn't very good at putting them together. Oh, so that's meant to look like. The you know the scissors one. Someone mentioned it. I talked about it yesterday. That was the one that I had. I actually threw that one in the bin because I just didn't like it at all. That is a lot. That is a lot compared to like the minuscule amount that I've got. I'm relatively new to the Gundam hobby, but no, I got a couple Iron-Blooded Orphans ones. I think I wanted to get a few more of them, but I kind of I didn't fall out with putting Gundams together, but I scratched my itch. You know what I mean? I got a brief feeling of it, and then put a few together and then stopped. But then The Witch from Mercury came out, and that reignited my want to put Gundams together, and so I've gotten invested, and I bought the full Mechanics Aerial and the HG one. I also bought something else, but I bought that for myself and not for the stream. Well, I bought it for either way, but I think I'm going to build that on my own. The RX-78 MG version 3. Which I'm kind of looking forward to putting together at some point. What is because I'm relatively new to it all. What's TWFM? I need E4 and A27. Oh, the Witch from Mercury. I'm an idiot. What the fuck is wrong with me? So, I've never seen it abbreviated. I've only ever referred to it as Witch from Mercury or G Witch. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of them. So like Choo Choo's mobile suit, the trainer, that's one that I looked at getting. I didn't look at getting it, but it's another one that I know exists. And I don't really like the look of it. I only really like the Aerial. I haven't looked into any other ones, so there might be a few that I like. But there's a reason that I've bought 2 Aerials, just because I like it. But I'm gonna wait. I like the Caliban. I was mentioning earlier that I'm a big fan. I forgot the Caliban existed actually until I saw someone put it together. I saw a video like recommended to me of the Witch from Mercury with the it's Witch from Mercury Caliban. And I was like, what? And I watched it and I was like, oh, that thing from the end. But I'm gonna hope and pray. I'm gonna hope and pray that something of a higher grade comes out, because I'm not. I liked the model. I liked the look of the HG kit, but I'm kind of waiting to see. Yeah, I'm hoping that there'll be there'll probably be a full mechanics for it, considering that I think that full mechanics is the first, like this one that I'm doing now is the first full mechanics. So I would assume if I was at Bandai, I would be making a full mechanics one. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wait to see if a 1/100 scale comes out for that. I like I didn't like the broom in the anime, but seeing it on the model, it looks pretty cool. What am I doing? A27. A27? 27 here. White guy. There we go. And there we... Wait, is that right? Yeah. Hope so. Hope I didn't just cut that wrong. You didn't buy it because you want to... Yeah. I can't remember what it is about it that I didn't like. But there was something... It was like probably only something minor about it that I didn't really like. But... If I'm still into Gundam when it comes out, I'll buy it. I move through hobbies quite quickly. I've gone pretty heavy into Gundam for like the past couple weeks. And so we'll see how long it lasts before I move on to my next hobby. I was into Warhammer for like a couple of weeks. And then I bought and I was like, oh, I'm going to get into 3D printing. I did that for a couple of weeks, and now I've moved on to Gundam. At least with Gundam, it's not like Warhammer or 3D printing where I have to paint everything. With Gundam, everything's just in colored plastic. I just get to put it together. One thing I did wonder though is when I'd see people talk about Gunpla being an addiction, I didn't really understand it until I started to get addicted to it myself. Or like the whole idea of a pile of shame, just having a collection of models that you haven't put together. I was like, I don't understand that, because why wouldn't you buy it and then put it together? And then like, I can very quickly understand. And see myself accidentally buy. I almost bought 2 kits the other day. I managed to convince myself only to buy 1. So, sorry, you can see my panty line. What, this? You can see my t-shirt. Sorry, I'll hide it. There you go. Is that sexier? There. You can't really hide it. You lost. Oh, we were so close to the end as well. The backlog is too much to finish, and you bought the same kit 6 times. Oh, wait. Yeah. because you forgot you had it. I can kind of see myself doing that. Luckily, I have a very small collection, so it's not at a point where I'm having to think about it. But I think it's, I could see myself doing that. One day I'm going to come on stream, Vispheric, and I'm going to be visibly like not wearing a t-shirt or something. Like I'll be wearing a jumper, but I'll have a, I will be very visibly not wearing a t-shirt, or you can see like, I have like nipple extenders on or something. 6 different kits. To be fair though, I'd still find it funny, the idea of accidentally buying the same kit 6 times. Da, da. I should never. I know that I would buy stupid things if I had the money
to come here. Welcome to the breadbasket holy sex side.
Welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. E4. Wait, that's not E. And I found it. Where's the E? There it is. You just keep buying up at the same time. I think at that point you probably have to worry if you've got a carbon monoxide leak in your house. Wait, this is E in it, yeah. And then that's 4. There we go. But yeah, I'd love to get fucking like loads. I'd love to get a room just full of Gunpla. Just full of models, to be honest. I like putting them together, that's the thing. Might see a doctor about Alzheimer's. They're like, why do you think you've got Alzheimer's, Brad? And you show them a picture of like a room that's just full of the same, just the same model over and over again. Did I take a bit too much material off there? I might have done. Might not be a problem though. Beery. Nothing that a bit of slap and tickle won't fix. I love the term slap and tickle. I don't know what it means. But I heard it on TV the other day. I was just walking past the TV. I was going to the kitchen for something. Someone on the TV, someone on whatever was being on TV was like, "Oh yeah, she's down for a bit of slap and tickle." And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Oh, anyone down for a little bit of slap and tickle, boys? Have this, which is like that way. You're not down for a bit of slap and tickle? That goes in here. Another way. Sounds like something you'd be into. Never. It is over. Put that in there. Good. Sandra Bullock. Nothing like a good old fashioned bit of slap and tickle. How does this go in there then? Oh, does that go in here? Like, oh wait, down here. There we go. I wonder if I probably should have actually just not done autofocus for today. I can fix that like this. There you go. And I'll tell you a joke. Oh, that's pretty cool. That the green piece here, the green piece is both the eyes on the front and the little camera sensor on the back. I just realised what this bit is at the end. I thought it was just an extra bit of nothing. Oh, missus, into a bit of slap and tickle, are you? That's like something that'd be on the buses. On the buses is a TV show that shouldn't exist. It's so much. The problem with like British TV is the fact that it just won't go away. My friend brought it up the other day. Like, it wasn't specifically about this, but just how we have like 3 different TV channels. You've got like the BBC and its derivatives, which, you know, I'll count the ITV in that as well, and its derivatives. But then, like, anything that airs on ITV or BBC and so on, in like 10, 15 years, it'll air on Dave, which is for, like, you know, slightly older content, like TV. And then, like, in 40 years' time, it'll appear on Gold. And it's like, that's too many TV channels. Just get rid of it at this point. Air it once, air it again like a day later, and then just get rid of it. Upload it onto BBC iPlayer, charge people £10 for it, and be done with it. Well, actually don't, because people pay for TV licenses. Honestly, I think the BBC iPlayer would probably be better if you didn't have to have a TV license to use it. You don't need a TV license, you know. A little birdie once told me that, you know, you don't actually have to have a TV license. All you have to do is press the thing that says yes, because for some reason there's no way of checking. But, you know. You love Dave, the channel and the man. Nothing like a good bit of Dave. But the thing is with the channel Dave is that isn't as bad because what's on there is relatively new. You know, not new, but it's only like 10 years old. It's when you start going to Gold that's where you start getting the absolute trash and the stuff that honestly wouldn't be allowed in today's like the not, I was gonna say economy, but not that, like climate, I guess. Like, on the buses would definitely not be allowed. Carry On would be like the people in charge of Carry On would be like hung, drawn, and quartered in today's society because of just how horrible it is. Like, they just straight up just go blackface in a lot of them. It's like it's horrible, and it's on all the time. To be fair, that isn't just on Gold though, that's on everything. It's like who born in the last 20 years legitimately cares about not on the buses, only fools and horses? Who cares? No one. I don't care how good it was back in the 70s or whenever it came out. It's 2023, almost 2024. We don't need it anymore. We don't need a TV channel for it. You miss Come Fly With Me in Little Britain. I like that Little Britain was made by, like, is it David Walliams? And, like, he's just like a children's author now. Hi, Zombie. Are you doing okay? B11? That's not me requesting someone to be 11 years old. I'm not Dream. Oh, I've hardly got anything off of B11. There we go. You're doing pretty good. I am glad to hear. You've been taking part in any slap and tickle? You always make that joke when playing bingo. I bet you the most popular bingo caller there is. Should I do a live stream where I go to, like, the Skegness Bingo Hall? Da 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 da. Not the dream bit. I should. Actually, I don't know if there's a bingo hall at Skegness anymore. That's the unfortunate bit. There might not be a bingo hall there anymore. It might have been replaced, because who plays bingo in this day and age? You'd like to see me leave the mental asylum? You would. I don't think I've ever played... I don't think I've ever played bingo before. Actually, no, that's not true. I kind of have. I once played... You know, it might not be a multinational thing, so you might not know about it, Zombie. But Vispheric will probably know. You know the website Tombola? It's a gambling website that you see advertised on TV occasionally. I tried that for a little bit because my mum was doing it, and she was like, "Hey, you can go on this, and you earn loads of money." And so I tried it just to see what would happen. I won like 90 quid. I took out enough to be like, all right, I've made money, and then just used the rest of it. And so yeah, I technically have I have cost tombola.com or whatever the fucking website is. Don't go to it because it's gambling and I'm not allowed to advertise it. Don't go to Tombola, it's bad for you. I've technically cost them money because I cashed out when I was up. Also, do I know old people still exist? Yeah, but that just because they're old doesn't mean they have to play bingo. Oh yeah, you're Dutch and you can't gamble. How that's unfortunate for you. And you've been watching anime. That's where your recent time has gone. Have you always watched anime, or have you just started? It's mandatory. Yeah, so yeah, you become an old woman or an old man, and you have to go to the local bingo hall. You can't even open keyless crates on TF2. I always thought that the Netherlands was like this amazing place that was like perfect and nothing could ever go wrong there. But now you're telling me that I can't gamble there. I was like, I heard that there was a public sex park in the Netherlands, and I was like, well, I've got to go. You know, I got to go and see what happens, just to you know, look to document the just the awfulness that's going on over there. But now you're telling me that I'm not allowed to gamble. It's absolute degeneracy. So when you say like on TF2, can you play like obviously you can, as you say, you can play man up, but can you play or can you get stuff from the other thing, Man versus Machine? Or is that Man Up? I don't actually know if that is Man Up. I've never played Man versus Machine or done that. Because I've only ever heard that the people who play that are incredibly toxic. That's Man Up, okay. I don't play MVM because it's people like are horrible in it. Oops, I've took a bit too much off there. It's fine. I need F1 and B1. Oh, F11 and B11. F 1 1. On the anime, you not really watched much on your own. Recently started My Hero Academia JoJo and the 2 seasons of Mob Psycho. I never really got into Mob Psycho, I'll be honest. And by that I mean I think I watched like the first episode and then stopped. It just kind of felt, it just didn't really feel like my kind of thing, which is weird because I watched the first season of One Punch Man and I liked that. Although I wasn't a huge, I didn't go back when did I shower this morning? Yeah, I did. When I watched like what is it? One Punch Man. I didn't get to the end of it and be like, oh, I can't wait until I have to watch more of it. You know, I kind of got to the end of it and was like, okay, there's probably going to be more of it. And then more of it came out eventually and I just didn't watch it. That was F1, I need B1. Which is this one here. Not because of stupid human overpowered guy. Yeah, I love characters. I love anime that has overpowered main characters in it. People like don't really not everyone. Not everyone likes overpowered main characters, but I love them because they're just because it's just funny to watch. Even like, I'm not too interested in cocky overpowered characters, but sometimes you just have that the overpowered fantasy when watching something. And it's fun. It's just silly. it's not like the same. It's definitely it's nowhere near the same. But one of my favorite terrible anime is I've mentioned it before. The Irregular at Magic High School. It's not good at all. But the main character is like overpowered to shit. But like unironically. And it's I love it for that. Because like he just can't lose. Even when he looks like he's about to lose, he won't. And he's also like really calm about having to kill people, even though he's like 15. Sorry, how much is my bath water? I don't bathe, I shower. You should watch Evangelion, Zombie. It's not got an overpowered main character, but it's just like an iconic piece of anime history. So it's a good show. I only say that because I've got Com Susa Todd playing in my head. How much of my saliva? You can't have any of it. I'll start selling vials of it. I'll just spit in a vial and people can have it. You can spread it on crime scenes. I want to be like, I want Interpol to come after me for like crimes that happened in like Thailand. This goes in like, have this, and then this goes in here, I think, like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that goes in there, and then you got that little green little sensor bit on the back. Although I will say, Evangelion is very weird. I've talked about it a lot because it's just one of my favorite shows, but it's very strange. Original Evangelion. I haven't watched Rebuild, so I don't know what that's like. The correct way to spell it, Evangelion. I think. I'm not sure. I can't spell when writing, let alone out loud. Yeah, that's right. I did spell it right. Attack on Titan. You should watch that. That finished the other day. Are you into like watching anything, or do you specifically want action or what? Because I've watched a lot of a bit of everything, kind of. I haven't watched a huge amount, but like I'm a big slice of life and or romance fan because I am weird like that. But I also do like action anime a lot. I'm also a big fan of mecha, but I haven't watched that much mecha because not much of it. There's not much of it that I'm too interested in terms of art style. A lot of Gundam I'm not actually huge into the anime of because the art style is a bit not my thing. Like even modern Gundam has a very old art style to it from what I've noticed. Not with like this that I'm building currently is the Witch from Mercury, Gundam the Witch from Mercury, and that has a very modern art style to it, which I very much like. But yeah, you can watch like Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans or The Witch from Mercury. They're both fun shows. Jujutsu Kaisen's a pretty good fighting anime. Attack on Titan, I just recommend to anyone. It's you can't see it. It's behind the Austin Powers memorabilia. Actually, I've got some Attack on Titan things, but I definitely recommend that. That's only it started a long time ago. It's quite long. It started a while ago and only wrapped up like last week. How does this go together? So I want to put these pieces together just while I'm looking at it because I've been staring at it for hours. This piece goes in there, I think, like that. Is that going to be right? Yes. Okay, that's cool. I just have to somehow get that to slide in there. Good, good. And then that go over the top, or that go up like this? It goes up like that. There we go. Now it's coming together as a little robot mecha face. No, the Gundams that I mentioned are ones that you can just watch straight up. Iron Blooded Orphans and G-Witch are two separate ones that you can just watch whenever. Sorry, G-Witch is the witch from Mercury. I will say, I know this might sound strange, but I don't want you to feel like you have to watch anything I tell you to watch. There's I tell my friends to watch certain shows, and I feel like I can be a bit overbearing sometimes when I'm like, have you watched this yet? And I want, if someone doesn't want to watch something, I want them to be like, I don't want to watch that, just so I can stop. You know what I mean? I don't want people to feel bad for not wanting to watch something I recommend. So, if you don't want to watch it, just like screech and say no. I know you're asking. I have a, wait, F3 9. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking at. Just don't feel like, it's, you know, just if you start watching something and you go, oh, you know, that is apparently good, and then you think that it's awful, just don't force yourself to watch it. Da, 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 da. B12. B12. I don't watch as much as I used to, which is something I say a lot, but actually the more I think about how much anime I watched in the past, it doesn't actually feel like that much. Because I feel like I thought I watched more than I did, and then I just kind of never did. I kind of just watched Sword Art Online all the time. I just watched Sword Art Online like 4 times. I don't recommend Sword Art Online, by the way. If anyone tells you to watch Sword Art, tell them no. That is the one thing that I will say don't watch. It's weird. It's got incest in it, which is actually strange because I said that I like said that I like the Irregular Magic High School, and that also has an incest subplot to it, but that's part of why it's not very good. But it's got weird incesty things to it. It's got a lot of, it just goes off the deep end very quick. I'm not saying you can't like Sword Art, just that it kind of just continued. It got really popular like after season 1 or 2, and I feel like they felt they had to keep it going, when I think it would have just gone down as a pretty decent show if they just ended in season 1. It's a bit odd. Yeah, that's exactly right, Zombie. I'm not saying you can't, but if you do, piss off. Nah, I loved it when I was younger, so I was like, I can't say much. The idea of like a virtual reality game where you like a virtual reality MMO where you control the game with your own arms and legs, and like, you know, you play, it's like reality. The idea of doing that was like amazing, which I think is why it took off so much. I'm only doing everything I've got to do because I need 15 and 16. I got into if you want something that isn't anime, if you want something that's good that isn't action, Bocce the Rock is very good. The time. That's a show about a girl who joins a band and has social anxiety. Hi, Halo. You doing alright? Got money from a trust fund, do it all the time. Hope that what I just cut off there wasn't important. I didn't check. Okay, it is good. It's not, sorry. You wonder where you've heard bocce before? I wonder. No, the one where you've heard bocce from is not from Bocce the Rock, but from a different bocce. I've mentioned both. There's two different botches. There's Bocce the Rock, and then there's Hitori Bocce. Bocce the Rock, I don't really. Hitori Bocce is that's what me and my friends' profiles are based off of on Steam. But Bocce the Rock is different. I recommend Bocce the Rock over the one that me and my friend have our profiles named after. Because Bocce the Rock has some stupid fun animation in it. Like, just randomly out of nowhere, there's a clip where Bocce is running. She's like running after her friends, and for whatever reason, it's just rotoscoped of like a 30-year-old woman running. Like it adds to the fun of it all. Like it's on purpose that it looks weird, but it's fun. Just stupid. The withered Wojak, that's you right now. Why did you have you been up all night gooning? You're a gooner. Shall I do a gooning stream? The Endless Bread 24-hour gooning stream. Where's the bit that I'm trying to cut off? Hi Maya. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. There we go. Thanksgiving's the worst holiday. Are you having to like meet with all like your like extended relatives that you don't like? Oh, also, Zombie, if you've got like 3 weeks to spare, you could watch all of Naruto. I recommend Naruto, but honestly, that's like you have to be a certain kind of lunatic to want to watch Naruto. But that's a fighting anime. Also, don't watch Tokyo Ghoul. If anyone told you to watch Tokyo Ghoul, they're lying. But if you want to, but Tokyo Ghoul as a story is good, so read the manga. But it's irrelevant. You don't like any of your family? What you told me, they're all like Southerners, don't they? Aren't they? That's what I imagine. Sorry, I just imagine them all being Southern, even though you're in North Virginia. But I imagine them being, wait, North. You're in the north or somewhere. Haven't thought of it because you don't like ninja stuff. That's fair enough. I had an obsession with Naruto, as you can probably tell by the stuff on the back. Carolina, that's it. It's East and West Virginia. I haven't seen Demon Slayer. It's on my list of things to eventually watch, but I couldn't tell you. People say it's alright. Has anyone seen Demon Slayer? Can anyone say?
This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
We're met for the night. You're alright, Maya, by the way. And then B16, which is this one. Kimetsu no Yaiba. You know the Japanese name, but you don't know you've never heard of it. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Feel good. I also recommend Insomniacs After School, but that's a romance anime, so you don't have to watch that. I've heard that it's a good show. This thing that I mentioned. Not Insomniacs, the other one. The one sorry that you mentioned, Demon Slayer. I've heard that it's good. You're entering a new world, zombie. You're entering a new world of anime that you never thought about until now, and now you're going to get overwhelmed by just how much crap there is. Luckily, you've started. If like we're in a golden age for anime at the moment. Like the 2010s, absolute trash. There was some gems, don't get me wrong, but if you like look at what came out during the 2010s and even during the 2000s, absolute awful, just trash. Like the animation was the art style was very hit or miss. There's a very specific 2000s and 2010s art style that wasn't appealing at all. A lot of the shows had annoying characters in them. They all followed incredibly annoying tropes. Modern anime still has tropes in it, obviously, but it's beginning. The people who grew up on that anime are now the people making them, and so all the things that they didn't like about them, they're not including. What about High School DxD? Do not go near High School DxD. Don't listen to Halo. It came out during the time where anime wasn't very good. My friend once told me to watch High School DxD. He said, watch High School DxD, it's great. Like, he had watched it all like 6 times. It was like, oh, it's great. And like the first episode, there's some girl getting her tits out and being crucified. And it's like, what am I supposed to feel about this? I was a horny teenager when I watched it, and I was like, I don't like this. That's High School of the Dead that you're thinking about, Maya. It's also another one of those shows. It's the same with High School of the Dead, actually, but DxD is another one of those shows where the main character is surrounded by large-titted girls that just want to have his seed, and it's like, what am I watching? I'm not really into harem anime, I'll be honest. Not anymore. I never was, actually. I used to watch them because I tricked myself into thinking I liked them. High School of the Dead's great. Shut up. I have the first volume of it in Spanish. No, I don't. No, that was Toradora, never mind. And it's also in German. Sounds like the stream. Atmosphere. I'm looking at this right. Yeah, I am. Does this slot? Where does this go into? In here? Oh no, under there like that. Okay. Come on, go in. Wait, oh, that might actually just be in. Hold on. It might need to be held in the next step. 2. No, because that isn't in properly, because I can... Oh, no. Compare it to this one. Yeah, no, that isn't right. Hold on. Why is this not going in properly? No, it is going in properly. Never mind. I think. Unless... Oh, something just moved a little bit in here. Sorry, I'm trying to... That looks like there's no like real gaps in there. There's a bit of a gap, but that should be fine. All right, Halo, take good luck. You now have a collection of 16 to watch. So what's the pregnant man for? I think that the pregnant person send pigs. You better fucking not. Preg. Da, 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 da. Nothing like a good bit of M-Preg in the morning. Oh, I did one of these steps in reverse order. I hope that didn't cause any problems. Berry. Probably. There's too many emojis and M-Preg in one of them. that's at the point that you're starting to make mpreg emojis. At that point, it's too much, and someone needs to be removed from office. Da, da, da. But yeah, that's at least 16 days worth of anime for you to watch, depending on how committed you are. Actually, I don't think you could actually. I don't think feasibly you could watch every episode of Attack on Titan on one day. I think there's too many. A3. That's my favorite size of paper. That is. Everyone's got a favorite size of paper. Don't even pretend that you don't. Da, 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 da. I'm surprised that you chose JoJo as one of your first, I'll be honest. I only tried watching JoJo this year, I think. And I didn't like it. I don't get the fan base behind it. It's got good music, I'll be honest. I'm listening to a JoJo song now. Although actually no, it's not a JoJo song, it's a song that JoJo took, but I watched it because your friend wanted you to watch it. I see. How does this go into there? Like this? What have I done? Just goes in like that. Sorry, you can't see it. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Got a cool little got the permit jewel at the top. And then I can do F1 2 yeah, F1 2, which is this little jewel bit at the top. It's about to take you out and out of my day. I've got the outro song to like JoJo 1 or whichever one it is. A roundabout. That's what's playing in my head at the moment. I remember playing this like on a Discord bot when talking to a friend a while ago and being like, "This is the JoJo. This is like an actual song. It's not a JoJo song," and he was surprised. Which, if I was a fan of the people who made this, I'd be offended. B17. That's A. 17. But yeah, I've not really. I'll be honest. I've not. I only. It sounds like a prick thing to say, but I only really watch. Wait, why is that? Oh, it's a bit of a dodgy connection. I only watch like good anime. I don't, because like I used to watch so much shit, and the more that I actually go back and look at what it is I used to watch, the more that I'm like, what I used to watch was awful, and so I pretty much, unless if it's got like less than an 8.0, and no, if it's got less than like a 7.5 on my anime list, I do not watch it. Where the man can see it. Oh. My anime list is a website, by the way, where you can. It's an anime news and information website, but you can also. It's also a place of documenting which shows you're currently watching, and you can keep track of everything you've seen. I don't really know the overall. Some people just like to document that. You can also like score it, and people were like, the ratings get collected together. Although I've stopped rating things now. You can generally tell when I watched a show as whether or not I gave it a rating. If I gave it a rating on my anime list, then that means that I watched it back in the day. But if it doesn't have a rating, I watched it relatively recently. There are a few exceptions to that rule, like things that I just never added to the list until recently, even though I watched it when I was like 15. You have that the like ratings, because generally 4 or lower is just shit or somehow. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the problem with my anime list rating is it's 1 to 10, but like 7 is still like considered very good. You know, on the list it says it has descriptors for each rating, and like 7 is still considered like very good or something like that. But like I've seen the things that get rated like 7 and below, and it's like they're not good. It's annoying to try and rate something because there's shows that I've seen that I've really liked that I would rate a 10, but I don't think that they are. I don't think they should be rated a perfect 10. You know, like I watched like the show that I mentioned earlier, which is Insomniacs After School. I loved watching that. I had a right jolly old time watching that show. And in my head, I was like, oh, this is the sort of thing that I'd rate a 10. But there are things about it that I don't like. And so, should I rate that a 10 or should I rate that a 9? But then at that point, what's the difference between a 9 and a 10? It's like, how do I actually distinguish between 8, 9, and 10? I think I might be putting too much effort into getting all this plastic off here. Ratings are shit. If you like it, you like it. Express it through song. That's the other thing, is that there are shows, like I said, with the Irregular Magic High School. That isn't a good show at all. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone, but like I also say that I enjoy it. So how would I rate that? I wouldn't, because my rating would be biased and wrong. And all insanity. There we go. That's why every time, if ever I give any kind of recommendation, don't take it at face value, because the likelihood is it's a bad show and I just like it. Unless it's Attack on Titan, in which watch that, because that is good. And I've read I've read and own all the manga for it. Which is why I haven't finished the show yet, because I already know what happens. And to be fair, I liked keeping up to date with the Attack on Titan manga, simply because then I could be like, I know what's going on and hold it above people who are watching it. People who are watching it and being like, oh, I wonder what happens next, and like I secretly know. Or like people who are like when we were watching it, my friend came up with like theories about what happens throughout it, and I remember I already knew what was going to happen in this specific bit, and so like I was listening to my friend's theories and trying to get him to change and shape his theory and like argue with him about it, and that was a lot of fun because it's like I knew what was going to happen. And so like hearing his take on it and seeing where it goes, and then like no having to like try and hide what I knew about it. Ah, fuck. Halo, you disgust me. There you go, the head goes on there. Flick those up there. Good. Look at that. We're getting somewhere now. Now we're getting somewhere. And it wants me to put the arms on now, so I'll do that. Put that in. Hope I don't break anything, because I don't like it. It scares me to put the pressure required to put that on was scary. You're watching My Hero Academia with your friend that is rewatching it, and it's still fun. Yeah, it's fun from someone who being like showing someone, like sharing it with someone and seeing like what they think of everything, and they're like, oh, be careful because that character's gonna get their head decimated. Or like, you know, you form a connection to a character and it's like, oh, that one's actually a sex offender, you know. I don't know. I don't know if there are any sex offenders in My Hero Academia. I feel like most of the I think everyone watching My Hero Academia is actually. Come on, go in. There we go. Now, I started. I watched the first few seasons of My Hero Academia. I loved it, and I started watching the reading the manga instead. All right, there we go. Got a little floating torso. Look at it. It's like great, and it's also like pretty big. Once you're done with MHA, you'll watch Mob Psycho, and you're the one rewatching it. You don't mind seeing some of it. There are shows like that. Another show that I think I could watch again. Like I probably won't watch it on my own. I think I'd have to watch it with someone. Would be Code Geass. You could put that on your list, but that's up to you. That's like another. That's like a mecha anime. That's another like mecha thing where like it's also like supernatural and has weird things to it. Watched each season in a day. I used to do that, and then I'd get to the end of a show and not remember anything that happened. So I kind of limit myself to unless it's a show. If it's a show that I've already seen, then I'm a little bit more lax about it. But I generally only really watch I generally don't watch more than like 3 episodes in a day. Oh, that's why you don't mind. Sorry, I misunderstood. I didn't really fully grasp what you were saying. Da, 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 da. I want to watch it on like I want to watch anime on like a big TV at some point. I don't really know why. It's just one of those things that my friend like he once watched Girls and Panzer and he watched it on a large screen on like his TV in the living room. And it just sounds fun. All right. Time to you go down just like Holy Mary. I'm gonna put the feet together now. By the way, the give me a sec. Hold on. Cross if you choose to run away with me. This here is the chocolate cake my dad got me. just so the I do say what's the title about. My dad just handed me this morning. I was like, here, I got you that. It was like, you can have... It says that it was like, it was... It said this was cheaper than buying a small cake. It was like... it was like 70p or something for this. So, yeah. It was like, it's 70p and it was cheaper than buying a small cake, so I got you this. Just eat as much of it as you want. I was like, alright. It's from Marks and Spencer's. I don't know if he got it from Marks and Spencer's or got it from like some place that sells food for cheaper, but it's in date as well. That's the thing. It's got the 27th on it. So it's not like it's, you know, I haven't got long to eat it. I got 4 or 5 days to eat it. But it was like, yeah, it's 70p. Occasionally he just like brings me back, like, because my dad will usually, like, when he goes shopping, like bring me back a single cake or like a little bit of cake. So like I got a donut here. He bought me like a pack of 4 donuts from Tesco, and so like he'd usually bring me something back, be it like whatever's cheapest really. But yeah, sometimes he does just bring me an entire cake. One time he brought me back an entire Thornton's toffee cake, and it was like, oh yeah, that was like 60p. He must have bought it from a dodgy guy around the corner. This is a bootleg Marks and Spencer's cake. But I assume it did. I don't imagine Marks and Spencer's ever selling food for that cheap. But there's like new Marks and Spencer's food in the fridge, so I assume that he went to Marks and got it, and didn't just like find it on the floor. Move that mouse. Okay. What am I on to? I'm on this one here, doing the feet. I know it's blurry. It is a little bit sus. I should press my dad on it. I should say, excuse me, father, but where did you get this from? Am I gonna die if I eat this? D2. I've got to do all these steps twice. Great. Mr. Ran in the morning. What is it? D2. D2 and 3. D2, 3 and 1. Okay. Dinner. Ren's more of a starving artist. Yep, I'm gonna miss this someday. Yep, I'll miss another Friday. And all my friends sing. You know that, the Demon of Hatred video got quite a few views out of nowhere. Just yesterday, for whatever reason, it got like 200 views. I think it was either 1 or 200. That was all. Didn't get anything else. Nothing came from it. Just YouTube blessed me with a couple hundred views on it. There we go. Although, to be fair, like I say, nothing else came from those views. Like the like counter or my sub counter didn't go up, so I don't really know what the views were. I don't know who was watching it. No, my friends say. Unless there's someone watching me who's always just constantly refreshing it. Out, won't you leave us behind? Be there next time. I'll be there next time. Where's my knife? There it is. 'Cause you're out of your mind. You're working so damn hard. You forgot who you like. Oh yeah, the Steam sales are on currently. I was gonna buy some. I'm not too sure what I want. I put 2 things in my basket, but I don't know what. I can't remember what they were. What did I put in my Steam basket? I want to find out. Excuse me. I bought Half-Life 1 the other day because it was 70p. I don't even want to play the game. Oh, I put Planet Zoo and Sonic Frontiers. I might not get Planet Zoo. I don't know if I want that. I don't even know if I want Sonic Frontiers, but I kind of think it was stupid. I know it was free a couple of days ago, but I got there late. But when I got there, it was like 70p, and I was like, it's like, whatever. It'll probably like add a couple of things, like if I play like Source games or something that might need it. There's a click in my ear. There we go. Clean that. That's clean. That's clean. That's clean. I've never played Half-Life. I've never even really been interested in playing Half-Life. But it was just a case of, it's one of those things where I got there wanting it to be free. When I got there, it wasn't free, but it was so cheap that I just was like, yeah, whatever. I might play it one day. For like the same reason that I watched the original Dragon Ball or Evangelion to begin with, it's a part of it's a part of like the medium's history. Do you know what I mean? Half-Life 1 is such an important game in gaming history that it just kind of feels like I have to play it at some point. Even though I have played I've played through Half-Life 2 actually, thinking about it. I don't remember what happened or what I did, but I've played through it. Where's the bit? There it is. With that, can't actually see what's going on the camera at the moment because I've got Steam covering it. But yeah, there's a couple of games on my wish list that were getting cheaper that I considered getting. But for the most part, I don't actually know if I'll play any of them. Sonic Frontiers I'll probably play just because it's a Sonic game, and as much as like I don't like modern Sonic, I'm still a Sonic fan. Oh, I could get BeamNG. That's like 15 quid. I've only got one more day to decide. No, I haven't. I've got a couple more days to decide. Yeah, there's not a huge amount that I want to play. But if I remember, I'll buy some. I forget quite easily, so it's very likely that I'll just forget. And it'd be like one day after the sale ends, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I was gonna buy some. Didn't help the fact that I convinced myself to buy that other Gundam. I convinced myself to buy the other Gundam kit, and then the day after the sale started, like, I saw that and I was like, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't bought the Gundam now. But actually, to be fair, those Gundams sell relatively quick, so. Oh wait, I don't want to throw that onto a separate. I want to keep that on this pile, I think. Like the kit that I'm currently putting together, I bought it off the website that I got it from, which is just like gunpla.co.uk, if anyone's wondering. And then I checked back the next day and it was already sold out, so I got one of the last ones. Which I was very pleased with, because this was a good price. Also, the website has a couple people. It has like a social media section, and they sponsor like Gunpla streamers. They have streamers that they sponsor, or that I don't know how it works, but these they just had like a list of people who they support basically on Twitch. And so I went down them because I was like, oh, okay, then, you know, maybe I was trying to figure out if this website was legit or not, because I used it. I went to the website. It was just called gunpla.co.uk, and I was like, do I trust this website to buy from? And so I was trying to find out as much information as possible about it. Went down, found out that they had a selection of streamers. I was like, oh, that adds to it starts to verify it a little bit, because if they're sponsoring streamers, then it's a little bit more legit. And so I went to check on the streamers, and they were like all the same size as me. And I was like, this doesn't help. This doesn't help me verify whether this website is legit or not. They were just sort of like either the same size as or just a little bit smaller. Like, it was around my size. And I was like, I don't know if I trust this website anymore. But I did go with it, and it was a legit website. So I'm glad I did, because the prices were very good. And I made sure to use the codes that like I got 10% off for using the codes that the streamers they support have. So with some luck, I randomly supported some random streamers that I'll never watch, but I hope that they do well. I'm a 10% off. I am. I give you 10% off your life. Watching me shortens your lifespan by 10%. That goes in here like that, I think. I think that goes in there like that. And then this goes on top like so. Yes. Good. See, that's the sort of sponsorships that I want. I don't want Ear Up to sponsor me. I did a bit more. I don't know if anyone was around apart from Halo as I was ranting about Ear Up. I did a little bit more research on how that actually works. This morning. It didn't really change my opinions too much on it. I still think it's a bit stupid. The actual product itself. I feel slightly better about I feel a little bit more understanding of the people making it, but I still don't really think the product's good. I think the product's still terrible. But I don't want that kind of thing sponsoring me. I want just like I want like model kit websites sponsoring me so I can get free model kits, or at least reduced price model kits. I don't want Air Up. I don't want Ridge Wallet. I want someone who will send me a Gundam every now and then and just say, listen, just make this on stream and shout out our website. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll do that. That sounds great. There we go. Put that there. I need F1.5 and F2.5. F1 F1.5 1 F wait no, it's 5, not 1, you know what I mean. 1.5. There we go. You know what? I don't actually know how. Oh no, I've got the entire legs to make. This might not actually be a I was thinking like maybe I might be done with this today, but I'm not actually too sure. I think might have another stream of this, depending on how long it takes me to build the legs. There we go. Get rid of that. Go. There we go. Good, good. Beautiful. Don't cut yourself. It's just advice for life, really, that is. Oh, it's so awkward, these... Some of these parts are just really awkwardly shaped. It's like, I can't... Oh, come on. Ugh. I'm gonna slip and cut my thumb if I'm not careful. There we go. I'll just cheat and use... I need to get some good ones of these. These are really cheap. These are like £8 off of Amazon, but you can get like some really good ones that have like really sharp edges. But they're usually like 30, 40 quid. I still don't think I can justify like buying those. C15. I should get one of those Hanjos you could put sanding bits on. What, a Dremel? I should get a Dremel. That's a bit extreme. I could just use like a hand file or like a sanding block that I've got behind me. If I was painting this, I am extreme, but not that extreme. If I was going to be painting this, this wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't be as scared about making like scratches and things on it, because I could just, you know, paint over it. Like when I'm hi Pickle, how's it going? I didn't ignore you yesterday, by the way, Pickle. I hope you didn't think I was ignoring you. But yeah, like unlike Warhammer, on Warhammer I can use like I could just fucking sand down everything with the sanding block because I'm gonna paint over it anyway. Everything's nice. How am I? I am doing well. I'm almost always doing well when I'm putting Gundam together. I'll be honest. Well, unless I'm gonna stab myself, which is always a possibility. I'll just use these. It's quicker and much more efficient. There we go. Cut that off. Cut that off. Cut that off. There. Good as new. You're okay. That's fair enough. Don't worry. You don't have to like defend yourself, or I just didn't want you to think that, because I when you came in, everyone in the chat had a red name, and so when you came in, I just saw a red name and just assumed it was everyone else, and I felt bad that it just kind of looked like I saw you come in and just ignore you. It wasn't until a little bit later that I was like, oh wait, no, that's someone else's name. Hold on, Halo, be careful, okay? Don't fucking drop your pipe on the floor, okay? This is the last time I'll pick it up. Don't drop it on the floor. Okay? Look after it. This is a library. Should you ask why? No, but only because the reason I have it is infinitely more stupid than any reason I should have it in my room. Yes, I've had it ever since you did it earlier, Vispheric. I've been waiting. Vispheric did it earlier, and I remembered it was on the floor. And so I picked it up and I put it on my knee, and I've just been waiting for someone to do it since. Also, by the way, it was a pipe that I was going to try and hang a green screen off. I was going to try and attach it to go across to span this back bit here. And so I was going to try and attach it to the shelf to span there, but it didn't work out. And so I just have it in my room now. Especially because what I actually ended up doing was just blue tacking, just like sticking a clip to the wall. So, and also, like, now I don't even use my green screen. It's currently bundled up in a ball on the floor over there. I don't have any, I never have it, I very rarely have any purpose for using my green screen. But yeah, other than that, that pipe has just been sat on my floor for ages. It's part of it. It's a bit of an old hammock. What is it? I needed D7. D is nuts. Since the end of the year, it's coming work is more chaotic. I see. I was where I used to work. I was fortunate. Actually, no, I got. Yeah, no. Where I used to work, I was fortunate to not be somewhere that had that much of a. Like it wasn't very. There's not very many time sensitive things like that. Like Christmas was not really any different. Actually, everything slowed down at Christmas because I didn't work in like. I worked in retail to an extent, but not like retail that gets busier at Christmas, if you know what I mean. It was sort of like retail that slows down. Then again, business was slow where I used to work because it was a shit place run by shit people, and they didn't know how to run a business. But then again, I wasn't the guy in charge. So anyway, I'm not spiteful that I don't work there anymore. But no, I can imagine it's difficult or rough. But, you know, at least you can at least. Hold on, I've got fucking loud music in my head and it's annoying because it's all shit. Stop playing music to me. Turn it off. If you're going to play music to me, play something good like that. There we go. Play some Ginger Root. That's always nice for me to listen to. And minimize that. Good. There we go. Now I can. Now my brain can work again. A little bit. But yeah, I didn't really ever. I've never had to experience the hustle and bustle of like a workplace that is like moving real fast. Actually, no, that is true. That is not true. So I worked in a factory I worked on a production line for 2 days. There's a reason I only worked there for 2 days. And that was like near Christmas. That was around this time, actually, last year. I think it was last year. When was that? Actually, that might have been even longer ago. Time is moving weirdly for me. Like every time I look at the like what date it is, it's like 3 weeks has passed. Which is it that I needed? And it's this bit here. And I worked on like a production line that was relatively quick about putting. It was boring. I've mentioned it in the past, but it was awful. It was putting cocoa powder into a jar. That was it for 8 hours a day. Although I wasn't the one putting cocoa powder in the jar, I was the one taking the lids off the jar to give to the people putting cocoa powder into them. It made me really appreciate the people that are willing to do those kinds of jobs. And have a newfound respect for the people that have to do those jobs. Just 8 hours, I took a glass jar, out of a box, took the lid off the glass jar, sprayed some compressed air into the jar to get rid of any broken glass that was in there. Although I didn't really do that properly, so it's possible that a couple jars got through with some glass in them. And then I would put that jar on the table, to which someone would fill it with cocoa powder, and then it would move to the end of the table where the lid would get put on. It was boring as shit. I hated it. And if I ever have to do that again, I'm going to cry. Just in front of everyone. I wasn't even surrounded by fun people. They were boring. If I was surrounded by like banterous lads that are like throwing like stones at each other, that'd at least be interesting. But it wasn't. I was just surrounded by like quiet people. Like I felt like I was at school. It felt like the sort of place where if I did say anything, if I started talking to someone, which I wouldn't have done because they weren't my sort of people that I would want to talk to, but it felt like the sort of place that if I did try and talk to them, I would get in trouble. You know what I mean? I want this piece here, and then that's gonna slot into here, like that. Good. And then that slots into here. Yes, like that. Good, good. Gorgeous. But yeah. And then the next day, I like I said, I only worked there for 2 days. And the next day was still jars, but different this time. It was, I wasn't taking jars out of a box and taking the lid off. This time I was filling jars. I was taking jar off the side, filling it with chia seeds, putting the lid on, and pushing it down to the end of the table. Once again, absolutely mind-numbing, and I respect anyone who has to do that, because it's horrible work. And then that goes in here. There we go. Good. But yeah, it's I only did that for a little bit, and I'm glad. I part of me is glad that I left, but then the other part of me is like I've not really done anything since then, and so I kind of wish I'd stayed. But I think I would be like I think I'd have turbo depression if I had stuck doing that. I used the money I got from those jobs to buy a single Pokemon plushie. I wasn't the best with my money, I'll be honest. But I don't regret it. It's a cool Pokemon plushie. It's a big Wailord. The only reason it cost so much is I had to get it from America. But like I saw it and was like, I have to own that. I can't not. You can't tell me that exists and not expect me to buy it. C19. Okay. I kind of wish it was bigger, but it's like the annoying thing is that it's too firm to like hold on to, so it just kind of sits at the end of my bed. I used to use it, like I used to put it next to my head while I was sleeping so I didn't like smack my mouth on the radiator and burn it. I don't know if anyone else has a is this the right one? Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has a bed next to the radiator. It sounds great in theory because it's like, oh wow, you've got the bed next to the radiator. That means it's just gonna be like warm like all the time, and it's great until you wake up in the morning and your mouth is 4 inches from a red hot radiator, and it feels like your mouth is about to melt and fall off and drain down the side of the bed. Good. Just do it this way. Stop overcomplicating it. or when it's too hot, because obviously you've got a radiator blasting hot air into, well, not blasting hot air, it's not how this radiator works, it's just a metal pipe with some hot water running through it, but you have that and it's like really hot in the morning, and it's like, it's fucking, how is it so hot in the middle of winter? And there's also the problem that you've got a fucking bed in front of the radiator, which means that it's really, really cold in your room, because even when the radiator's on full blast, the bed is absorbing the heat. The drawers, like the inside of my bed, like the drawers at the bottom of it, because I've got drawers underneath my bed. If I like put my arm under there, like in the dead of winter when the radiator's on, it's like really hot under there. And it's like, that's like a sauna. It'd be great to like hide out under there. If only I could get in. And stream from inside my bed. Endless Bread live and inside. Hi Femboy. How's it going? She lied. I met her. Morning, noon, and night. I hope you're doing well. Say I fooled ya. What is that? What is that fucking emote? Hold on. It's fucking like VTuber holding a gun. How dare you? You better not hold me up. I assume it's a VTuber. It's an anime character, an anime-looking character on Twitch. So I assume it's a VTuber. Hi Bearded, how's it going? I got ugly? Yeah, I did. I'm hideous now. For now. You doing alright? Your Wi-Fi's dying, but you're fine. Good. I'm doing well, because, well, I was until Bearded came in here and said that I'm the ugliest human being on the planet. What an opener. Bearded's been here like since the beginning. He's got a right to judge me on my looks. He's seen me ever since the beginning. You just got back from pub. Got pint of bitter in one hand. Got Gundam in the other. You're doing good, you suppose. That's good enough. I've noticed you've been streaming again, Bearded. You were like one of my first 5, I think. Wait. Yeah, probably. You're like definitely first 10. Bearded, do the follow command. Do the follow age thing. I want to see how long you've been following me for. You don't have to, but you know, show off to the people. Show off as being. I think you're only like second to like Bending. I think you and Bending Rex. I think he's the only one that might rival you. Yeah, a year and 8 months. That is pretty much exactly bang on when I started streaming. You yeet a shot glass at an arsehole. Well, I'm glad that you're being productive. That's why I don't go to pubs or like clubs. I'd be scared that someone's gonna throw a shot glass at my forehead. Yeah, 9 months for you, Halo. You gotta work on those numbers though if you want to get up to where Bearded is. I still occasionally look at your name, Bearded, and think that you're and think about calling you sane. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I think. Yes, I am. Here we go. Also, I only look uglier because I've got this fucking cat like light highlighting everything about my face that looks horrible. I got Golden Wind playing, you're right, fanboy. I haven't even seen JoJo, but I just like that song. What am I? Oh shit! What am I making? I'm making a Gundam. So this is here's one I prepared earlier. They're just like robot things. I'm making a bigger version of this. So this is the one that I made last time I made something on stream, and then this is the one that I'm doing currently. So they are this one's significantly bigger. But they're just like little robot things that come on. They come on sprues or runners, depending on what you want to call them. And it's all for the most part colored plastic. Sometimes you use stickers. So these like red bits on the shoulders, they're that's a sticker. But they're little action figures that you put together. Oh. So this bit on the arm always comes off of this one. I can't touch it too much or else it falls apart. But I've been recently getting into it. I'm probably not going to make it on stream. But the other day, yesterday, fanboy, I mentioned the RX-78 MG version 3. That arrived today. It was meant to arrive tomorrow, but it arrived early. I'm probably not going to make that one on stream. I think I'm going to keep that one to myself, just as something for me to do. Yes, one is 144 and one is 1/100th. This is 144. I think I just like Don't Touch My Clog song. Is that like an actual clog as in the Dutch shoe? Or is it a fucking... Can you see the RX? Yeah, hold on. Let me just put this on here. Let me, hold on. I've done something wrong here, I think. No, I haven't. It's fine. Good. There we go. Let me get the box for that. Here's the box. Let me, where is it? There. It's all in Japanese. I don't know if you can really tell. It hasn't got any English on it anywhere, which is not the best. Well, any like functional English. I know you can't really see what's going on the camera isn't the best, but I very much like the box art for this one. I didn't know what the box art was. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I also didn't even know how big the box was going to be when I got it. That's that. Oh, I haven't actually got the thing for that one. It's a nightmare. Hold on, let me get rid of that. I just want to see what Bearded was on about. What is this? It is I was correct. It is a song about clogs. Shall I get some clogs? Shall I start wearing? Do you think you'd be able to tell if I started wearing clogs on stream? You have it, and it's a nightmare. I'm still looking forward to putting it together, just because it's So it can't be that bad. It's by OC. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Don't worry. OCT. I think I think you'd be able to tell if I could wear clogs. I think it would add like extra levels of like reverberation to the room. Bring that back up. Welcome back, Pickle. What am I doing next? Okay, I've done these two. I've done this to get. These are the feet that I'm making currently. Bow bow da 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 da. But yeah, you haven't missed much, by the way, Bearded, in terms of like what's gone on the channel. I do still play War Thunder occasionally. I just haven't for a while because I've not really been into it. I've been I feel like I like it, but I don't, if you know what I mean. I've been taking a break from it just to play other things that I've been enjoying. I played the what's it called game. I played Sekiro, and then I came back. Then I played War Thunder for a little bit before hating it, before going back to play Sekiro for a little bit more, even though I already beaten it. Then went back to War Thunder, I think, for a bit before hating it, and then started to play Elden Ring. I also did Dark Souls 3 before all that, but for more intents and purposes, I'm probably gonna next week. I'll probably play some War Thunder, just because I haven't got anything else to play currently. Joints loose. But you still like it because it's a big boy with guns, just one beam rifle, one giant, or one shield, I assume, and 2 beams. Oh wait, no, the the bazooka, rocket launcher, and then the 2 beam sabers. I'm looking forward to putting it together. It looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it'll be fun to just have, you know. I also like that it's based off of a 1-to-1 Gundam that they built in Japan. You've been playing a game called Scum. I've noticed you've been playing Scum a lot. I haven't actually seen any. I didn't know anyone played that anymore. I'll be honest. You wish me the best of building their hand grenade. Beery. I'm an explosives master. I can handle a hand grenade or two. I might join the EOD. The explosive ordnance disposal team. Free game I play is the game called Undawn. I see. I'll consider it. I'm not really too averse to buying games. There's just not many games that I want to buy. But yes, like I said, I haven't heard of Scum in a while. I don't really know what it was. C15. Yeah, C15. Which is this part here. Excuse me, mister, but I appear to have insulted your grandmother. I also need C16 and I'm gonna need F6. C16. Do you bite your thumb at me, sir? No, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir. There we go. It's mobile and PC. There's not, the thing is, there's not been many games that have really jumped out at me recently. I've basically just been playing through the Soulsborne series. Well, the Souls-like games on stream. Because I played through, like I said, I played through all of Dark Souls 3. Then I played through all of Sekiro. And then I played through all of Elden Ring over the past 2 weeks. But I don't know when I want to go back to do more of that, because Sekiro was a journey. Sekiro was an absolute odyssey of a game that definitely took a lot out of me. Not that I didn't like playing the game, just that it was a lot. It was a lot. It was more difficult than I was expecting it to be, considering I've played the game twice already. Having to spend spending a few hours on each boss towards the end of the game was not very fun. That's how empty people get their shitty stuff. Da 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 da. Go. I should probably get into painting Gundams. I could make them look a lot nicer, I think, if I did that. Because then I could actually remove a lot of these mold lines and little bits of runner. So I could file them down as opposed to scratching them off. Put that over there. Don't look at me, don't look at me, I'm just too dumb. Love to stay. But I do want to go back to War Thunder for a bit. Like I said, next week probably for a few streams. Just because I've got not really, I haven't played it in a couple of weeks now. Like I said, I played Elden Ring for, I think I played Elden Ring for 2 weeks maybe, I think. And I played Elden Ring for 2 weeks, or 2 and a bit weeks, and only finished it this week. So I should go back to War Thunder for a little bit. So I'm still trying to think about what Scum is. I remember it, like, I think when it came out, was it a PUBG clone? Is that what I'm thinking of? Or is it a Rust clone? Have to stay. The game Scum. And in my head. There are tons of PUBG wannabes. To be fair, it's no longer a PUBG wannabe thing. It's now actually just a turn that light down a bit. It's now a Fortnite wannabe thing. And they're all terrible. Every single one has been terrible. Or at least they've not been they've not really held on, is probably the better way to put it. Because what would be like PUBG and Fortnite like held the title. I've seen a lot of games that came around using like the battle, what was it? Not the battle bus or the battle pass. Well, technically the battle bus, but like that, the battle royale. That's it. A lot of games have come about and you like had those, but they don't really last. You can't compete with Warzone, Fortnite, and to a lesser degree now for PUBG. Free Fire is just a PUBG wannabe that turns pay to win. How do you have a pay to win thing? How do you I mean, I can see how you'd have a pay to win battle royale, but it sounds horrible. I don't even like battle royales. PUBG was fine. I enjoyed it because it was new at the time. And I had fun playing a bit of Fortnite a couple years back with my friend, but I played it on stream as well very briefly a while ago. But it's not, I don't like battle royales. Wait, is this the right part? Yes. Real Survivor got sued by PUBG for literally copying every detail. It's an easy game. It's an easy game format. That's the thing. But the problem with it is, like, if the game begins to die, it suffers very quick because each battle has to have like 100 people in it. Each game has to have like 100 people playing it, and so once those players begin to notice that there's people not playing it, they're gonna go, which is gonna make people not play even more, which is gonna be very quick. You're gonna be very quick to notice because there's not gonna be anyone in the servers because you need 100 people. Or like whatever amount it is. I don't know if they all use 100. I actually saw a Twitter post about a new battle royale. Someone being like, "Oh yeah, this is a new battle royale coming out. Everyone looks like toys. It's going to be amazing." And I looked at it and I was like, "That's going to be dead within 2 weeks because it's either going to be awful or it's going to become like a hit on Twitch for 2 weeks, like BattleBit Remastered did. And then what's going to happen is no one will ever play it again." How Free Fire is a great game, but they introduced a skin that can add damage, reduce reload speed. Oh, okay, that kind of thing. That does not sound fun. That does not sound like something that you want in a game where it's more or less about, you know, actually being good at the game. How does this go in there then? This goes, oh, it goes into the front bit here. in there. Yes, good, good. And then that slots into here, I think. Hello, I've got Zootamaru playing in my head if you hear this. Just thought you might want to know. I don't know which one it's called. Yeah, I do. It's called Study Me. I know you always like to know whether or not I'm listening to Zootamaru or not. You know, like, on bits like this, would you add panel lines to that, like panel liner to that bit, or would you just use like the natural shadow that's created by it being a gap? I don't think you'd really notice if you panel lined it. The shadow's better, okay. I've only ever this one here was the first time I ever got the panel lining things for it, which is why some of them are a little bit funky in a few places, because it's my first time doing it. Like, you can see inside there, it's rather unclean in there. But I'm pleased with what for my first attempt. I'm pleased with how it went. I never wanted to buy the panel liners because they were always a little bit too expensive. So I was gonna try and do use whatever I've gotten in my my little paint tub, but I realized that that's probably not going to work, so I gave up with that idea. How does this like this go? Good. That goes into there like so. Oh, the toes like move. That's cool. Oh, excuse me. Come on, in there. I mean, I should hope there's some movement to it, considering it's called full motion, or full mechanics. Sorry. But yeah, I'm glad that I've never truly gotten into like free-to-play mechanics. That's a bit of a stretch considering I play War Thunder and I've got probably a few £100 into War Thunder, and I've bought vehicles in that game. War Thunder's a tank and plane game where it's like World of Tanks but better, and I've bought vehicles that are considered the best. But at the end of the day, a bad player with a good tank is still a bad player. And so I've never really found a game. I've never been into mobile gaming, so I've never been caught by the pay to win bug. Too much, at least. Like I said, War Thunder did get its crinkly little fingers inside me. I need F4, sorry. Which is this one, yes. Also, it's mostly because I've never had the money for it. You know, I think that I definitely would have gotten into games like. I think if I was like a rich Saudi billionaire, I definitely could see myself spending stupid amounts of money on free-to-play games. I think I might start marketing all my streams to Saudi billionaires. I think that might be what I should start doing. I think I can make loads of money doing that. And then use all that money to then start advertising to Chinese billionaires. Like, I have an audience of like, I'm basically kind of the equivalent of like an e-girl, but for specific. Oh, it's finished. There's nothing left on there. But specifically for rich people who live in Saudi Arabia. And I'll get them to like buy me a car, just because I say their name and they'll buy me a car and they'll love me. Although I can't drive. And I don't really like cars either, so I don't know why they'd buy me a car, but I could do it with like American oil barons as well. We don't really have many people like that in the UK, unfortunately. There's not really a market for like e-boys for for like just someone in the UK who's rich because their like dad was a lord, you know. So yes, Daddy used to own 4,000 acres of lands up in the Cotswolds. I don't even know where the Cotswolds is. 4,000 acres is probably the amount of space that the UK has. Did I get rid of the other bit in here? Oh, Daddy. Daddy, I require a new Land Rover. I got my Land Rover caught in the sheep field, and the sheep have taken over it. Daddy, please. D and D. Oops, didn't mean to knock the mic. D10. I like how I say things like I didn't mean to knock the mic, and it's like it's obvious I didn't mean to knock the mic. I think other people you hear it a lot. It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to knock that. It's like, of course you didn't mean to. In almost every situation, touching the microphone makes a horrible noise. D. What am I doing? 10. There and there. There we go. Nice little feet. Little feet seers. I might 3D print like a photorealistic in like 2-scale foot to put on these things. I saw someone, I think I saw it on Reddit, someone designed and 3D printed Crocs for Gundams to have as their feet. I don't know why you'd want that, but you could give your Gundams different coloured Crocs if that's what you're into. A Croc's cool to wear, yeah. I know that they were like a huge like when they first came out, everyone wanted them, but everyone hated them. I wouldn't mind getting some just to like wear around the house, you know. Currently I wear like some old like slip-on walking shoe that's like made for like old people or something. That I've like flattened the back of the because how I stand in them, I flattened the back of them. Am I doing this right? Yeah. And so I just walk those around the house, but I feel like I need to get something new to walk around the house in. I might buy some Crocs. I might buy some Crocs and then get some like bread-shaped little charms to put on them. That was also a big thing about Crocs, is that you could customize them with little charms. Should probably push this back a little bit, not bring it towards me, because I hold my hands like here. Okay, next, so have this, then one of these. Hold this like that. Push this into there. Good. And then slide that into there. Yeah, that goes in there like so. Good, good. Push that down a little bit just to make sure it's fine. Oh, that's cool. Like the feet actually have multiple moving places. This is the color of Sonic the Hedgehog and like Tails' shoes. Don't ask why I was thinking about Sonic the Hedgehog's feet. It's not important. I'm normal and can be trusted around hedgehogs. Okay. Try to find a or did I slot that in right? Yeah, probably. Without. Then that goes into there. Good, good. There. The small gap. Has this one got it? Yeah, both of these have a little small, tiny little gap there. You can see it. Just there. I don't know if that's correct or not. It's been barely noticeable. There we go. Got two little feetsies. Give them a little, give them a sniff. Sell them on sell pictures of those to people on the internet. Make a killing off of that. Put that over there. These feet are massive, like as big as its arm. Oops. Oh wait, I haven't finished them yet. So the part to put on them. Silly Billy. Silly bastard. C1 and C14, sorry. That's C14, the guy who made the Minecraft music. I think. It's like C412 or something. Yeah, 14. I should make a Minecraft. Oops. I should do a Minecraft series. Oh, I just kind of falling apart. No, I don't want to do a Minecraft series. Not yet, at least. If I'm going to ever do anything on Minecraft, I want to be big enough so that people, so I don't have to explain to everyone that I'm not switching to Minecraft. One thing that I've learned over my time streaming is that if you do anything different, everyone panics. Build a house. I could do a house building stream. I could do like a streaming series where I try and where I have to learn how to build a house on my own from scratch and have it comply with like local like housing standards and everything. I think that'd go great. I think I could get that built in probably about 6 to 8 years. If you start a Minecraft server, you join. I'm never gonna do it like that. Well, I mean, I'm never gonna do like a I don't think I'd ever do a viewer thing. As a moderator it'd be different. But I mean I don't think I'd do like I'd require like actually setting it up. Like Minecraft servers have real weird rules that you've got to sort of enforce now. Ever since like some changes that Microsoft did. There's some dodgy rules that you've got to comply with to make sure that you're not breaking anything. Like it's like to make sure that children aren't seeing the word fuck and things like that. Hi, Carl. I get bored of Minecraft pretty quick. I'm still paying for like a Minecraft server for me and my friend. I haven't played on it in ages. I don't even know if he's played on it in ages. It's not like it's not like really expensive. But it's like for a server that's just for 2 people, instead of 2 or 3 people. It's unfortunate it's the realm though, because we had to go to the realm just in case any of our friends that weren't playing on PC wanted to go to join in. Because realms are horrible. You're happy to do. I don't know why realms are so shit. But like for whatever reason, they have the it's fine, yeah. For whatever reason, realms on Minecraft have the render distance like forcefully set really low, and I don't really know why that is. Because I can understand it being like set low, like to make sure that too many mobs don't spawn, which could add like, unnecessary pressure to what would probably be rather cheap servers. But mobs don't actually spawn until you're very close to them anyway, so that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know why the render distance is forcefully set really low, especially if if rendering it is on client side and not server side. Okay. So hard to be so happy. And it has to be something to do with what they're doing on their servers, because if you just invite a friend and have it peer to peer, then it's not a problem. Damn, but just in case, can we do Christmas in June? Oh my god, how lucky am I to have to things I love. Makes it that much easier to fuck it up. Alright, onto the actual leg parts of these things. I've made the feet, I've made the torso, I've made the legs, the arms and the head, and the backpack. Time to make the legs. Which I believe actually takes up the majority. Oh no, it's not too bad. But it does take up a significant amount of it. Excuse me. D, 9, and 11. Luckily, I have to do all these steps twice, but not exactly twice because I think there'll be minor differences between the front and the back, the left and the right leg. D9 and 11. D9. To do this, come on, I'd lose it. Can we do Christmas in June? Da da da. I had a friend in secondary school whose parents were like building a house, but they weren't building it. They were like converting a summer. There was doing some kind of renovation work on a building that already existed to make it a house. And every like few years I'd ask him like, oh, how's it going? Or he'd mention how the renovation's going. And like every time he'd mention it, it never seemed like it was any closer to getting finished. Like, I still don't know. Like, this happened, they actually got the place before they entered secondary school, so this would have been over 10 years ago. Actually, we're doing over 15 years ago at this point. Actually, probably even older than that. It might be almost 20 years ago that they got this building that they've been renovating into a house. To be fair, it was just his parents, just his mum and dad doing it. But every year I'd be like, oh, every couple of years I'd ask him like, how's it going? And he'd be like, well, it's still not done. It's like, how long does it take? Are you depressing? I know that it takes a while, but you know, can't you like, speed up? Then again, they were both to be fair to them, they were also working jobs. It wasn't like they were doing that as they weren't like they weren't like landlords where they can just sit around doing nothing all day. D13, I didn't clip that bit off. And so they'll just kind of do it. They're working on it in a. They're working on it when they had time. I just remember going there like once he had learnt to drive. So we were obviously 18 at the time, or around the age of 18. Actually, no, we would have had to have been, I think. But anyway, we were like 18, and he had just learnt to drive, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to go see it?" Like this was the first time I'd ever been there. And he was like, do you want to go see it? And I was like, yeah, all right. And it was like, it still looked like nothing. It still looked nothing like a house. It still looked like a construction site. Like there's holes in the floor and everything. I hope I never have to do anything like that. Actually, no, I do hope I have to do something like that one day. Because if I'm doing something like that, like renovating a building into a house, that means that I've got the money to own both a house and a building that I can renovate into a house. Which I'd say is pretty impressive. Special. And I could use that to... I could then sell my actual house and live inside this cool big, like, I don't know, abandoned McDonald's that I bought that I'm now living in, and I now live in a McHouse. People. I think I want to live in like a high-rise building. I want to get like to a point where I can live in one of those like the sort of house that's on Billionaires Row in New York. I know I'm never gonna get that rich. Bear with, but you know, I want to live in that kind of place because they're always people only buy them. Rich people only ever buy those big sort of mega apartments, and it's a McHouse. It's not a McHouse. It's a McHome. Make a McHouse a McHome. But yeah, I want there's like billionaires row apartments. First, actually, those buildings scare me. I'll be honest. The engineering behind them, I don't trust it. But like, I feel like building buildings that high is an affront to God, and one day our hubris is going to come and bite us in the arse. But like, no one ever lives in those buildings. No one lives at any of those buildings. If you ever look up Billionaires Row, if you don't know what that is, it's a street in New York that has huge, massive, really, really tall skyscrapers of just full of like rich people apartments. But no one lives in any of them. Like, there's only like 7 buildings out of everything that's every apartment that's there. Only a couple of them actually have anyone living in them. And I want to get one. I want to get so rich that I can afford one of those, but actually live in it. And just trash it. Just absolutely trash the place. How does this go together then? So this then clips. This comes here. That goes into in here like so. Yes, that goes like that. I just think that'd be I think it'd be fun to own one of those huge. But apparently all those buildings, by the way, on Billionaires Row, apparently like they're all falling apart and horrible. Because no one actually lives in them. They're all just investments. So no one actually really looks after the place like properly, and like all the elevators don't work, and the sewage system doesn't work, and things like that. I might be thinking of a different thing anyway, a different line of buildings, but still. One of the buildings is a fairly iconic building in on Billionaires Row. I've got a bit of a thing for architecture, I'll be honest. And one of them, I can't remember which building what it's called or where it is, but it's a huge like white monolith that's really thin that just shoots straight up, and it's a white monolith that has like, it looks like it's made out of big cubes. And what's frightened me about that, learning about that, is that it doesn't it's just made of concrete. The whole thing is made of concrete. It doesn't have a steel frame in it. A lot of the buildings in New York, I believe, have steel frames in them, and then you build around the steel frame. Not this one. It's just concrete from floor to ceiling, right? They just poured concrete in, let it like cure, let it set, and it just kept pouring concrete in as it went higher and higher up. And that terrifies me. These like super thin buildings, these super tall, super thin buildings that are in New York, like absolutely terrify me. Especially when they mention how much they sway at the top. And it's like, how does anyone live in those? And it's like, well, no one does for starters, but they build like specialized dampening systems at the top to stop it from swaying. And it's like, if it's swaying, it's not meant to be up there. One day our hubris will come crashing down on us and we'll regret building to the heavens. We tried it like 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago with the Tower of Babel, and it came crumbling down, and look where that got us. Everyone speaks a different language. 10. But like the fact that they can build these super talls is also a stupid like system. Oh wait, I just cut this up. Wait, no, I didn't do this. There's like a system in New York where you can only build so high on your plot, but if the plots around your house, your building, haven't used the space that they're allotted, you can buy that space and put it on top of yours. So you can just have this super tall building because you buy the air above all the other plots around you. I mean, I don't really think that's what they do. I think usually it's just the whole area is sort of owned by one company that just sort of conglomerates all their their building rights or whatever. I don't know how it works. I'm not an architect in New York. How does this sit together then? This goes like that. This pokes into here. Like so. No, I like architecture. I was going to I think I've mentioned in the past I was going to study it at one point in at school, but it was never anything that it was never something that ever went anywhere. Like I never looked into learning it. I just one of those thoughts that I had once. There we go. Good. And then I'm going to need C1, 26 and 25. That's C2, C1, 26 and 5. Da-da. That being said, I do like skyscrapers. I just don't think that we're meant to be that tall. Or at least I don't think we're meant to be buildings that are huge are cool. That's not the problem. It's just how thin the ones are, like the super talls are. Like I just don't understand. The physics just doesn't. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. I don't believe it. I believe that if everyone on the planet simultaneously stopped believing that they would stand up, it would fall over. The only reason that it stands up is because we think it will. We go. Good. To be fair, it puts into perspective how strong concrete is, though. When you find these things, it's like, oh yeah, it's just held together by concrete. I just assumed that, like, if it's swaying and it's made of concrete, then surely the concrete will crack and like crumble. I know it's like got reinforced with like rebar or whatever, but that doesn't stop it from crumbling. And it probably doesn't help that I do have a slight fear of heights. A2. It's not like it's a huge fear of heights, but like I can't. As far as that, every time I think about like when we used to go to like the seaside or whatever, and would go like near the cliffs, I couldn't go near it. I couldn't go near I wouldn't be able to stand like near the cliff because I'd be like, what if I fall over? What if I fall overboard, me lord? Metal and concrete is terrifyingly durable. I know it is, but it just doesn't look right. When you look at when you look at those buildings, it's like that's not. It doesn't look safe. Like I can't. I don't know. If you showed that to someone, if you showed a building like that to someone like 400 years ago, I mean, first of all, they'd probably tell the church, and the church would come and try and take it down, or at least build a cathedral bigger than it. Or you would actually make them start to like that would induce the fear of God in someone from like the Middle Ages. That was a weird period of time in history where buildings weren't allowed to be taller. Actually, it was a significant period of history. Buildings weren't allowed to be taller than the steeple of the church or cathedral nearby. I know 400 years isn't the Middle Ages, but you know, it's all fucking history, innit? I don't know. It's all like the same if you think about it. 400 years ago was like the 1700s, I think, which would have been the Tudors, I think. I don't know. I don't like the Tudors. All I know is that America probably didn't exist, so that's... It is weird to think that, to be fair, about like just America as a country. I know that the native population was there, but like the America that we know as a country is like really young, and like the church that I live next to is older than America. Actually, I think most of the churches in my area are older than America. Time would get better up in this weather. I can't help it. Like America is like, I mean, there are younger countries than America, but just because of just based on how much power America has, it's impressive. And then this goes in here. And that goes into there. Hope I don't miss anything, because it's together now and it's too late. Yeah, it's probably fine. We've got a chunky little thigh there. D5 and 4. It's the one that I was pulling things off of. I don't think so. I'll use this one. Help it all the D5 and 4 is these pieces here. There used to be a sign up. It was only up for a very, very brief period of time out front of the church that I live near. But there was a sign that was like serving the community for like 800 years or something like that. I wish I actually knew. I can't remember what the number was, and I wish that I remembered what it was. Also, it's a bit weird to say that it's been serving the community for 800 years, because I think this area was like owned by a nobleman several hundred years ago, and so it probably was. It was probably some random like nobleman's like private church. So I don't know how that works, but I wish I'd have remembered what that sign said. It must have either been, the sign must have either been stolen or taken down, because you can't have shit in my area without someone trying to steal it. There's a bus stop not too far away that backs onto like a brick wall, and every brick on that wall has got something written on it. every brick has been graffitied with something. A lot of it is just phone numbers, and I'm pretty certain they're all like phone numbers for like 16-year-olds and younger, because the lads that just sort of like wait for the bus just write like their friend's phone number on there just as a joke. Did they steal the bus stop? I won't be surprised. But it's like the relatively recently around our area, they started to install those like electric like bus signs that tell you how far away the nearest bus is. And I feel like that's they've only installed that like slightly farther. I don't know if they're going to install one here, but as far as I'm aware, they haven't. They've only installed them further up the road where it's ever so slightly safer. Like I'm surprised that they decided to install those, because I'm also very surprised that they have yet to be vandalized. I saw them installing that and I was like, that does not look like it's going to end well. Someone's going to spray feces on that screen so you can't see what's going to happen. There we go, that's fine. Someone's gonna it's like there's a fence nearby that I've seen them replace so many times, but every time it gets replaced, within a week someone has stolen one of the panels on it, or just broken it somehow. I don't get the people who graffiti their own name. That's something that I'm like, why did you graffiti your own name? What are you hoping to achieve by doing that? That seems like a stupid idea. A22. Get up, mow it. They probably never see any. They probably never see any repercussions from it because it's fucking. It's like, what are you gonna do? But not like I really care that much. I don't go outside enough, and it's not like they're scribbling on my grave. How would they know that John was here? They would. That is true. John definitely needed to be. People needed to know that John did exist. You see a fair few like what I could only really describe as clan tags as well around. Not many of them have, some of them aren't very good, but I quite like the amount of territory they claim with them as well. Like, I'll go for a walk, and I'll walk for what is like 3 hours, and I'll still be well, I probably won't walk that far, but I'll walk for like an hour and a half or whatever, and I'll still see like tags from this from like fucking Steve or whatever, and it's like, really, why are you tagging all the way up here? What's the point? What do you hope? Are you spreading your influence? This is like a Civ 5 thing? What's going on? Yeah. That's John. That's what John's saying to people. Making sure everyone knows that he was around. You know, John doesn't want to be forgotten. I also like when the government like tries to when the government tries to like cover up graffiti, but they just like paint over it in white paint. But that doesn't actually do anything. It just gives them a blank canvas to paint on, and actually I would argue makes the war like look worse. Like if it's something that if it's like a just a grey wall and they paint it white, it's like just leave it with graffiti, it'd be fine. So I listened to the Clog song. I skimmed through it, but I didn't listen to it on stream. Okay, I kind of just made me think about clogs and then Crocs, and I kind of just couldn't help but thinking about it. It just made me want to buy some Crocs and put like little loaves of bread on it. Maybe I should have some Endless Bread branded Crocs that people can buy. They changed one of the walls to just stones so you could graffiti them. That'd be a good idea. Like, give people individual canvases. It's like I was saying, the brick wall just at the end of well, near my street. It's not at the end, but the near the bus stop. There is just bricks that each individual, everyone has a cock on it as well, obviously, because it is a, you know, you can't have a graffitied wall and not have a cock drawn on it. It's the catchy tune, you gotta admit. It is. Although I've had other music playing in my head all day, so it hasn't really stuck as well as whatever's playing currently. I need D16 and 15. 15 and 16. There we go. And there we go. There we go. And there we go. Grab that. There we go. I don't think I'm going to get this done today. I was hoping that I could maybe get this done today, but these legs are a little bit more... There's a little more going on. These legs do go all the way up, as they say. And so it might take a little bit longer than I was expecting to put them together. Do those legs go all the way up, lady? Oh, why, yes they do. Look. I just stole that from Family Guy. I'm not creative enough for that, I'll be honest. Da, 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 da. Shall I do a stream where I dress up as Quagmire? I got a mod for Left 4 Dead 2 that makes my that gave me just a really weird Quagmire skin for my AK-47. I don't know why I downloaded that. I just thought it'd be funny. I also have a floppy AK mod, which just gives it like jiggle physics basically. It just kind of like just waves around as you're running around. It's quite impressive, to be honest, that the mod pulled it off. They gave the AK jiggle physics. It doesn't make the bullets come out of the end of it, like pointing in a random direction, but it does. What I did learn is that the flashlight is attached to the gun and not to the player. So when you've got the flashlight turned on, you can't with one of the guns that are like all bendy and like flopping around, you can't actually see where you're going because the flashlight's pointing in random directions. Not that I could see where I'm going anyway, because I've got a mod that replaces what the flashlight looks like and replaces it with a picture of Hillary Clinton, which makes it fucking terrifying to turn the torch on. Don't ask why I've got Hillary Clinton as the flashlight in Left 4 Dead 2. Sometimes you just, sometimes you just have to. That goes in here, I think. Yes. Ah, that's a tight one. Going any further than that? I think not. And then if it like that, then this goes in where? In here. Like so. And then this one goes here. It's always fun. I also have maybe that is, yeah, that doesn't look right. That's wrong. I also have a mod that I found it last night actually. So one of the mods that I have replaces all the common infected with Homer Simpson, and not the not the guy who wrote the Odyssey. And I found last night while I was looking for new mods when me and my friend were playing. We play it sporadically, and I found a mod that replaces the charger with Homer in his car from Simpsons Hit and Run. Previously, my charger was just a car. I had changed it so I just get ran over by a car whenever a charger shows up. But then I found that I could actually replace it with Homer driving a car from Simpsons Hit and Run, and now it's perfect, because whenever a charger shows up, I have like just all these Homers running towards me, and then one of them's just in a car. It's great. Yeah, it makes it like nigh impossible to know what's going on at any given moment, but it's fun nonetheless. Have I done this wrong like the dickhead I am? No, I haven't. Because I'm not a dickhead. And then we have this, which is like that. And then this slots into here, maybe? Shit. I added a load of Christmas I added a load of Christmas there we go. Okay, it's fine. Sorry, just making sure that this, sometimes things happen on these and it feels wrong, but it's fine. Alright, it's pretty tight. It's probably alright. I added a mod that like changes all like the ground textures to look snowy in Left 4 Dead last night, so now it looks like everything's Christmassy. I also adds like a load of like Christmas lights and things to the to trees. Okay. So next is, make sure, yeah, that's correct. Good. I need a 9, 10, and C8. A 9. And also 10 was right next to it. Good. That's efficiency, that is. 9. Put that over there, and then number 10. Good. Da, 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 da. It's quite taxing to put these models together, I'll be honest. You wouldn't really expect it. I think maybe like if I was doing this like maybe 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't find it as taxing. But the problem is it's like you have to at least when I say 10 years ago, it's because I wouldn't have cared about all these little bits, you know, that I'm scraping off with a knife. 10 years ago, I would have just been like, yeah, whatever, clip it off, throw it on. When I'm making a Gundam Vispheric, or when I'm making Gundam Vispheric, I don't know, do you have a Gundam? I just, you know, because I've never, like, seen any profile picture from you, Vispheric, that I know of, or that I don't remember. Whenever I think of you, or, like, see you in the chat, I just think of that little dinosaur that's next to your name. I just associate that with you. Also, what do you mean I'm the expert? I'm not a Gundam expert. What is that dinosaur for? I assume it's like a Twitch thing. You probably gave Twitch more money than they needed, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm a dinosaur." Is it like a TwitchCon thing? C118. Where's 18? That's C1, and 18 is not there. Where is it? So 8, not 18. I'm an idiot. And da 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 da. It was from the online TwitchCon thing because of the pandemic. Ah, okay. I don't think I never. If I did that, it would be on like my old Twitch account. I made this Twitch account specifically to stream from, so I don't think I did. I wouldn't have done that. No, yeah, before anyone questions me, I wouldn't have done that because I've never used Twitch. There we go. The only time I've ever used Twitch in the past, to watch anything was the Ghostcast Jingle Jam. So add this in here. Where does it? What do you mean? Where does this go? Oh, okay, in there like that. That slots onto there. Next, have this, and then put that in there. Oh, this is going to be a little bit dodgy. Please hold here when attaching the parts. Tightly fit as far as they'll go. This is dodgy. What am I doing? What the fuck is this? Why is... This is dodgy. Okay. Okay. What on earth is this? What? I mean, I'm doing it right. It just looks stupid. What? Is that meant to be that loose? I can't put it any further in, so I assume that's meant to be like that, and that it is just going to be loose. Shit. I hope so. I hope I'm going to solidify it in a different step. A little bit worrying. Yeah, I'm going to do it this next one. So C1, 6 and 5. 6 and 5. These pieces here. Now tell me how cool I've got. Go. Should I cut this one? Yeah, I did. 6 and 5. There we go. da 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 da. Clean it up a little bit. That bit. How long we got? Alright, I still got some time to do. Like I said, pretty certain I'm not going to finish this today, but that's fine. I had planned for that. That's the my plan for this week was to finish this tomorrow. As long as nothing goes wrong, of course. I'm actually quite impressed that I predicted. I know it's an easy prediction to make, really, but I'm quite impressed that I predicted that it would take me 3 days to put this together, and it's looking like that's going to happen. Honestly, anything could happen, though, so you never know. I might absolutely balls it up somewhere down the line. And it takes me an extra, like, 6 weeks to put together somehow. Back home. There we go. Yep, that's clean-ish. Clean enough. I just stabbed myself a little bit, but it's fine. You wouldn't have seen it, and if you did, it was nothing violent. And we're on shirts with a band name on it. Certainly it ain't so bad. Saved up enough to rent an apartment far away from mom and dad. My Christmas card looks like a mugshot. Suddenly I'm getting sad. Been waiting for today, but all I can think to say is... Alright. Sorry, I need to start a sentence like a normal human being. Putting this together is making me very worried about putting together that other one that I've bought. I think for that reason I'm going to do it off stream. I mean, it's not for that reason. I want to do it off stream anyway, because I want to keep some of this hobby to myself. And part of the reason that I'm not looking forward to it is a reason that I mentioned earlier, and that's that none of it is in English, which I was thinking isn't going to be a problem, because I can just wing it. But trying to put this together and seeing things like on here where like it's telling me specifically bits that I'm meant to hold on to and what I'm meant to do is making me get a little bit concerned that maybe I'm going to struggle putting something together when I can't read what the instructions say. Oh, then again, actually saying that, the Google does have that translate function where you can use your camera and it'll translate text in real time for you. So I could use that. That's not too big. That's probably not that big of a problem. If I can't let go, what if I come back home? Back home. Oh no, I'll come back when I'm grown. This side like this. How does this go together then? So this one goes in there, which means that clips into there like so. No, you dickhead. Fool. Fucking... Oh, what have I done now? Come on. Out you get. Get out. Get out of there. Play the fucking... Someone... Imagine the video of the cat drinking out the toilet and some guy who sounds a little bit high just going, get out of there. Come on, out you get. Oh, how have I done this now? Come on. The fire in me, a fire that burns. Alright, that's close. There we go. Good. Oh, look how much stuff's in there that's gonna kind of get covered up a little bit. It's not a huge amount. You can see how sweaty my hands are. I'm leaving like I'm leading I'm leading? I'm leaving a trail of slime on everything that I touch. There we go. And then... Actually, what... Yeah, it's like fucking... It's just like so cool. Like... It moves... Like when you move the fucking... When you move the leg around, that moves around with it. It does something similar here on this bit. You can kind of see that it goes in and out a little bit. They don't call it full mechanics for nothing, my friend. I think I might start referring to people as my friend. Just to see who I can piss off by calling them that. Because they get really aggressive. They're like, I'm not your friend. So C110. C110. Oh, it's these bits here. These little chunky bits here. Buddy old pal. Chum of mine. Fella. Friendly fella. This isn't... I am cutting that one out. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna need number 11 as well, so I'll cut both of them out while I'm here. I might as well get both of them out way before I move on to the next step. Make sure I keep this one to one side, though, because it's got different attributes than the ones I've got to cut out. There we go. Just like real man. Always get 2 steps done before you get 1 step done. That's what I always say. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's what my old granddad told me. Before he passed away, God rest his soul. I shouldn't have blown on that then. Because it was very likely and possible that that bit of plastic that I was trying to blow, there's a bit of plastic in there that I was trying to get rid of, and it's very possible that I would have just fucking blown out of it into my eye, and then I would have like reacted by covering my eye and jabbing this knife into it. Would have been a clip though, wouldn't it? Endless Bread goes blind on Twitch. Just think about the possibilities. I wonder if anyone's blinded themselves on Twitch. I know people have died on Twitch, but I wonder if anyone's just like maimed themselves beyond recognition. That's different. I know that's different to going blind, but you get the point. Oops, I took out a chunk of that I didn't mean to. Never mind. I heard a door slam downstairs. I wonder if someone's come to steal my cake. Time for a world first. Well, here we go. Da, 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 da. Hold on tight, fellas. Make sure you get your clipping fingers ready. Because I'm about to do something that I can't do again. Actually, I could do it twice. You can't do it a third time. Unfortunately. I wanna make me happy. Da, da, ba, da, da. Nothing like a good bit. Nothing like jabbing a knife in your eye just to feel something, you know what I mean? What? Come on, don't jump and stab me in the finger, I know what you like. Why is this bit of plastic here so tough? Oh, maybe because I'm digging into it wrong. Fucking... There's always one bit that causes a problem, isn't there? Can't have anything nice in this world. I've got to flatten this down as much as possible because it goes, this is on the inside, it's on the inside edge of something. Come on. Not on your way about. That should be fine. Should be right. Put that down there because I don't need it just yet. Now I need D14, D12, and D6. Roll for initiative. Got D6 here. Cock. Oh no, I thought I broke something. Never mind. Sound. D6. What was it? D14, 12, and 6. Ah, these bits up here. Nice and right next to each other. Da, 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 da. Go to that. Get that. Get that and that. I went through it and uninstalled a couple of games the other day. I finally uninstalled Sekiro from my computer, so I'm never playing that again. And I also, it was not a game from the stream, but just a game that I was relatively excited to play, and did play it for a bit, but got bored of it. And that was oh, what is it? How have I forgotten it? This whole Cyberpunk. I got uninstalled Cyberpunk. I haven't beaten it, and I didn't even put, like, compared to what some people have put into Cyberpunk, I didn't put that much time into it. But I just kind of got bored of it. I didn't hate the game. There's things about it I didn't like. But I just kind of stopped playing it one day and just didn't go back to it. And I couldn't really... I'd just play it. I'd play it for a few hours, like every day or so. And I'd just do a collection of random side quests. And that was it. And then I'd move on. I got to a point where a quest was like, you can't go past, if you're not going to come back for a while if you do this quest. And I was like, oh, okay. I was just kind of I was like, all right, I'll go do something else for a bit then before doing this. But doing something else just kept sort of coming, and I never actually went back to do that mission. And I never did any mission other than like side missions, and so I just kind of got bored of it. I feel like that's the problem in a lot of games like that, is that there's just so much side content that you never get round to doing the main quest, and you just end up like giving up. Okay, so got this bit here, and then I have to add all these little bits to it, which includes this. There's not numbers on it now, so I can just put it in with whichever way I want, I think. That's symmetrical, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Excuse me. How does this connect? Like this? Wait. Like that? Like that? Like that? Like that? What the heck? That goes in there. Then that goes where? There. That's not the one it's pointing to, though. That's not right. Something's wrong there. You're lying to me. Never mind. Fine then. Oh, unless that's... Oh, that's this other one here. Alright, that's fine. Put that in there. There we go. Like so. And this bit here... What's it telling me about? Well, it's making me just make sure that there's that got there. There, yeah, that makes sense. Good enough, close enough. And then... With this way round, yes. Put that in maneuver around other parts when attaching. The fuck am I supposed to do that? There we go. That goes in there like so, and then we get this piece that I just cleaned up. Shit. Put that here, I think. Yeah. Make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I didn't. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's looking nice, that is. That's looking like a sexy leg at this point. Didn't do too bad. Good, good. Oh, there's fucking so much. There's so many maneuver points. It's almost like there's too many. I regret it now. I give up. I go back. I want to go back to something else. C1, 13, and 12. This isn't C, this is D. Oh no. Fill your tongue back in. Roll that comically long tongue back up into your mouth. Don't make sure, like, clean up that spit dribble on the floor. Woman's Instagram. It's pop of this out of the site. Yep. Heart beats out of chest uncontrollably. Gets sick. Goes to the doctor. Doctor says you're lovesick. Die of lug sickness. Die of lug. Eyes turn to hearts. I wish things like that happened in the real life. I wish people like I wish signs of affection, like comical signs of affection, were real. I want there to be to actually be a situation where an attractive woman's walking down the street and a collection of men faint as she walks past. You do next. I made a little bad cut on there, so it might be may have done something wrong here, but it'll be fine. It be right. It wants me to bend this slightly, I think. It wants me to make sure it's bent this way, I imagine. And then connect. Oh, this is the bit that I messed up on my other one. They wanted heaven from me. I gave them hell. Here we go. And then I need C1, 7, and 21. C1, 7. Grab that, and then 21. Over, high. And do it one more time. Been outside. Do it one more time. There's little tiny bits of plastic on my desk. There's like actual microplastics. I'm part of the problem. I'm making microplastics currently. Oh, you know what I don't like? This is another I don't like certain business practice things, but I mean this is people who have good intentions. I mean, from the air ups that I complained about yesterday do have good intentions, but there's a lot of companies out there that like claim to take plastic waste and turn them into something else. And there's one, and I can't remember what country it's in, but there's one that takes plastic waste and turns them into like shoes, like flip-flops, and other like art things. They just like turn into art and shoes and things like that. And like they remove a lot of plastic from the environment, but then like put most of it back, because like they turn the plastic into like whatever it is they use to work with, like foam or whatever. But then like they like grind and sand it down into shape. And it's like you're just speeding up the microplastics. You're just speed running making microplastics by sanding down you've removed it like from the environment in its macro state, and you're returning it in its micro state. And it's like it's sure you're kind of helping, but you're actually just accelerating the problem. Like they mean good, and what they do probably does have a positive impact on their community. But whenever I see it, I'm like, it just doesn't, it's like you just can't, I feel like you're just making the problem worse by accident. It's like, some people do it with, they like learn to make bricks or roads. I think one I saw was like making roads out of, like plastic. So they take plastic out of the environment, like compress it and like heat it up and then to like melt it into something else. And then you take those tiles and like use them to pave roads, or like you mix it in with the tarmac or something like that. There's something that you do to basically just instead of sending it to landfill, you just turn the entire planet into a landfill basically. But like the problem with that is you've got to make it really small so it doesn't really impact the final product. But then also like the roads and the tiles, or some cases bricks, they're going to be constantly exposed to the elements and the atmosphere and just people walking on it and driving on it, which is going to rip up those microplastics that are now embedded in it and just scatter it out into the environment. And so it doesn't actually really help that much in the long run. In the short run, it probably helps, and you can't deny that. And you, like I say, you also can't deny these are generally are being done in like poorer areas of the world. So it probably definitely, from what I've, at least from what I can tell, has an impact, has a good impact on the community. But I don't think it really helps the environment that well or that much. What is it? Have I cut out the wrong thing? No, I've just got it in my hand like an idiot. Damn. That goes in there, and then this goes on here. Like so, and there we go. Yeah, so much of that got hidden, but to be fair, actually a lot of it was just nothing. Look at this, look how fucking, there's so much like moving on this. That's like, you can like bend the, like all the way back. It just clicked a little bit. I don't know if it was meant to do that. I love these little legs are great. Gundam's great. Have I got, hold on, have I? Not that. What's this? Ooh, not really very useful. No, what have I done? Stop that. Oh, I've been zoomed in this whole time. I didn't even notice. Whatever. Yeah, these looking nice. They've got like a nice girth to them as well, these legs do. You can feel them, you know. They've got a stiffness to them. There we go. Is that? Yeah, it is. And so now I can add a foot to the end of this. There we go. Add a foot. This bit here is a little bit loose. I don't know if it's meant to be, but it probably isn't going to be that big of a problem. It doesn't seem like it's meant to. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a problem, so it should be fine. There we go. We got these. Got one leg done. One leg done for the most part. I think it's done. Unless there's something on the next page that I'm missing. That's the... It is this page. Yeah. No, that leg's done. Done. One leg done. Put that over there. There we go. Put that there. I'll just leave it on the desk next to me. I won't fucking play with it. Excuse me. All right. On we go, I think. How much have I got left to do? I know it's out of focus. All right, not too long. I'm insane. You're so insane. Shut up and just enjoy this feeling. Yeah, but I'm way less sad. All right. Oh, there is a sticker guide at the end. I was wondering the other day, this bit here, there's a guide that just sort of points to where on the model all the different stickers have to go. And I was wondering, I checked in the instruction booklet for the other one that I've got, and I noticed that there was a bit at the back that told you where you could put all the stickers, and I was wondering what if this one had it, because I couldn't remember seeing one, and I was scared that I was just gonna have this like huge like sheet of stickers that I've got no idea where to put them, because it doesn't, unlike in the other one that I made, it doesn't tell you where to put each sticker as you're going. You do it at the end, I think. Okay. Almost done. Alright. I think because I'm almost done, I'm gonna leave it here. And when I say that, what I mean is that I finished one leg. I finished the torso. Yeah. I finished the torso today. And then I also made a leg. I made the torso and I made a leg. And I made a foot. And I've just got this bit here and the other leg to make. And I don't want I'm gonna have to start like the other leg, and I don't want to really. If I'm gonna start it, I want to finish it in one sitting. You know what I mean? And so I think I'll leave it here and then come back to it tomorrow, where I should, all going well, finish it tomorrow. And then I'll have my second Gundam. I'll probably also, because it might not take me the full stream, I'll probably also panel line it on stream. Don't put the foot there. Why? What you got against? What's wrong with putting the foot there? Putting it there. It's just one really small foot right in the middle. Or leg, sorry. But yeah, I might, depending on how long it takes. Look at like this a very small amount of like give to here as well. Like you can move the foot like properly. But yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll probably also panel line it on stream as well. Depending on how long it takes. It's unlikely, but you never know. I might end up taking 4 hours to put a leg and something else together because I took a long time to do it today. So we'll see how long it takes me. But I'll probably panel line it tomorrow as well just to fill some extra time, which is putting the black lines around it. That's what panel lining is. Yes, it's this, you know how like round here, you can see that it's lined with ink. You can see it's also spilt over a bit over here. It makes everything stand out a little bit more if done properly. And so probably, look at the size difference. It's huge. Well, it's significantly bigger. It's actually bigger than I was expecting it to be. Don't take that out of context. But yeah, so that's what I'll do tomorrow. My beautiful little build, my beautiful robot creature thing, Gundam machine. I think one of the only bits about this that I don't know if I do like, and I think it's more of a Gundam design thing, is that like the head overhangs a little bit. Like the forehead hangs down a little bit, like hangs forward a little bit too far, and so the eyes kind of get covered up. It's not like it's not the end of the world, or it's just something. It's just something that's a little bit annoying. It makes it kind of hard to see where the head, like where the eyes are on it, without tilting it like awkwardly upwards. But yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go and get something to eat and rest, and I'll come back tomorrow and finish this off. So that's it. I'm done. Thank you for watching. No, it's fine. It's just parts of it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, so, wait, it was nice meeting you, Holy, by the way. It was nice to see. I don't have a list of people watching, so that's why it may have. I didn't forget you were there. But no, it was nice meeting you. I'm going. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and that's it. Take care. Where's my button? Take care, and oh yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, barring anything catastrophic. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.